with mittens, joking about his name is so fly. Mittens, cause he whipping, don't you get it, but that stove hot, hot. Now let this be a lesson, professing. He handling and hitting his possession. Ooh, what you cooking, what you cooking? Scalding high beats, but blow up before it's cooking. Ooh, I know you're looking true. I'm out taking with this beat, I'm a lady man. I'm really trying to date it out. What's the number trying to call out?
All right, so we back at it, back on our campaign, if you will, and we'll see how it all measures itself out. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is DSP News, the unreliable ones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the newsroom and welcome to the Goutopian News Network, your unreliable source for DSP News. This is the Snort Report brought to you by SnortBucks Coffee Company, best beverage company ever. Here we go. So today we're gonna speak on DSP as well as LOLCOW Live, talking about DSP's alleged copyright situation, the week off situation. Basically, DSP is gonna speak on Keem trying to do a redirect to him, which Keem botched, which I think was done on purpose, to be honest with you. I'll explain myself in a minute. And just the LOLCOW Live's response to it. Now, this was actually, interestingly enough, a collaboration cut between me and Diggs before he went on vacation. So it takes place from August 31st through September 2nd, I think. So that's what we're looking at. That's where our current time frame is. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and move over to my favorite segment. Hopefully, hopefully your guys' favorite segment as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my TED Talk. So, yet again at this particular time, the speculation on where DSP was at was still pretty much at an all-time high. I saw a lot of speculation. I saw a lot of really good stuff going on. I feel like in general, people had a pretty good mood with doing so. And, you know, jolly times all around. The only person that was really pissed off about it was DSP. With that being said, and so that means everything was right with the world. So LOLCOW Live inevitably ended up getting thrown into that situation. Makes sense. And they had the claim put on them that that Keem was trying to help DSP with his strikes, or he would be willing to help him with his strikes, whatever the case may be. I'll try to give some grace here and give some benefit of the doubt. And Keem had said something which might be in this cut. I'm not sure. It's been a while since this thing has been done. That, you know, hey, if anybody restreamed us, I would have them taken down. And then he ends up redirecting to Raw Phil. This was either before he redirected Raw Phil or it was after he redirected to him. Either which way, the fact that Keem's talking about taking channels down just didn't sit right with me. And then coming off of Keem and the duty situation, that video's still coming. After that debacle where Keem ain't sat there and got duty demonetized, it makes you think that Keem will do whatever he has to get DSP in pocket. Call it what you want to call it, but duty getting demonetized was a sacrifice and whatnot to get into DSP's graces. DSP has admitted since then that, yeah, him and Keem have open dialogue with each other, even though DSP also admitted that he was purposely going out of his way to try to make it difficult for Keem to get a hold of him. I've already done a video on that. That should be out by this point. So why wouldn't Keem do it again? So let's say, God forbid, but let's say that Raw Phil or Dark Dave Mirrors got demonetized for a month or two. But let's say that gets DSP on the show. For Keem, you know, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. And if Keem's already fucked over one detractor, who's to say he won't fuck over another one? Just saying. So, anyway, we're going to go over this. We're going to hear what DSP is going to get his chuckle over Keem and LOLCOW Live's fuck up. And then LOLCOW Live will be able to speak on what they think about all the speculation and all that. LOLCOW Live very much is in the loop as it pertains to what's going on at DSP. I'll explain that further when we get there. And I think that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and cut all the talking and get to the talking. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And let's go ahead and move along with our situation. There we go. Some nice ambiance. And second here. Let's try to strap in. Let's make sure we got the right video here. Okay, I think that's it. Because I think he has his memeable fucking laugh coming up here. And let's go ahead and give you guys some information as it pertains to particulars. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Raw Phil Big Ups in a joint cut between myself and Diggs, meaning that if there's a fuck up, it's on my end, not Diggs' end. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see, we're here with Raw Phil, Dark Side Phil, LOLCOW Live, speak on getting DSP onto the podcast. And then also talking about like alleged copyright strikes or whatever. This takes place from August 31st through September 2nd of 2025, our year of the snake eater, Gouty Viper. And let's see here. Give me just a second here. Okay, cool, we're good. All right, and so without further ado, I don't smell no bacon cooking, and let's go ahead and get to it. I guess we can have like triple bacon smash burgers, since we do have some cows here as well, so why not go ahead and turn it to a barbecue. Here we go.
So Phantom did a $10 super chat. He says, Keem was trying to, are you kidding? Keem was trying to redirect his LOLCOW live stream to your stream, and he sent it to a restreamer instead.
Yeah, which is crazy. I think I have that in this, but yeah, he redirected to Raw Phil. Like the show LOLCOW Live had cut early, and he was looking for a show to redirect, and no one was live. So he's like, "How is no shows live?" Keep in mind, this is his company, this is his network. Why aren't any of the shows live? Why isn't anybody live right now? Goes on and says, "Well, let's find a random streamer to redirect you." Keem don't do that. Keem does not do that. I mean, he may occasionally do it. Let's say it that way. But he very rarely does that. He does that within his own ecosystem. So he looks, he sees Raw Phil, didn't think about clicking on his channel to see if this will work. He sees Raw Phil, he saw like 600, 700, 800 viewers, which that right there should have tipped his ass off that this is definitely not Dark Side Phil, and sent the redirect. And then some of those guys from the LOLCOW audience went over there, threw some money at Raw Phil, big ups, and whatnot. And then he ends up finding out like the next day, I guess, that he redirected to the wrong person, and stupid as stupid does. But my theory is that Keem is going to use that later in DSP's defense, saying, hey, how do I distinguish between DSP's content and then the restreamer's content, despite the fact that Keem has been on DSP's channel. He has actually tipped DSP on his channel, on DSP Gaming. So you were able to find it then, but you couldn't find it now? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So I'm really hoping that I'm wrong, and what that would be my first time, but I'm really hoping that I'm wrong and it's not Keem on some silly ass shit trying to set somebody else up. You know what I'm saying? Because Raw Phil's never done anything to him, unlike that duty situation, but you never know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keem is Keem has a drinking problem, obviously. He's a fucking retard, obviously. And so, he's just fucking up all around. It seems like a blatant mistake. It seems like he did it on purpose and whatnot. So, and then you got DSP running around here talking about suing, talking about he's gathering information, this, that, and the third. He's talking to a bunch of people behind the scenes about a bunch of different things. Who's to say? And yet again, LOLCOW Live is very much in the loop because, yet again, one of Keem's past victims, Duty, is actually over there. He's feeding information to fucking Wings. Wings has admitted this. So it's not like they don't know over there on LOLCOW Live what's going on. On top of the fact that Boogie admits that he watches detractor content. So trust me, they know what's going on. Plus, whoever it is on their docket team also watches detractor content, so they know what's going on. That's how they fit a lot of this stuff into their dossiers. Semantics. Like I said, I'll cover all my bases as we get there. We'll cover all the bases as we get there. Here we go.
How do you not know DSP Gaming? How do you not understand DSP Gaming? It's kind
Yeah, you should be able to smell the failure in the air. Exactly. You're right, Phil. You know what I'm saying? Tell him. Tell him.
of a hard channel to fuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, thank you for the super chat, Phantom. Good Lord. What are we at right now? 74, I think. And then Adam did a $5 super chat. He says, this is the right stream. Keem sent us to the wrong one. Unbelievable. And then Danny did a $20 super chat. He says, what up?
Oh yeah, this was actually the same day. This was literally the same day. Oh, that's hilarious. Here's the funny part though. A majority of the people who were sent to the redirect to Raw Phil actually stayed. That's hilarious. That part's even funnier, to be honest.
Keem directed us to a restreamer on accident. I sent $20 to the wrong person.
And I would like to say if Keem wasn't drunk that day, which he may or may not have been, and if he was crafty, if he was cunning, let's say that, because he can be crafty when he wants to be, but if he was cunning, and he's definitely not that, he would have sent Raw Phil the redirect under the pretense of trying to basically ingratiate himself to the DSP detractor community by going to one of its largest restreamers. And then people decide to go ahead and go over the DSP just so basically Keem buttering both sides of his bread, buttering both sides of his bread. I'm sorry. Haven't had my SnortBucks yet. I'm about to make it in a minute. But more importantly, hedging his bets is probably what I should say. Hedging his bets. If Keem was smart, if he was crafty, or if he was cunning, he would do exactly that. And it would work, to be honest. Not that Raw Phil will carry either which way, but you know what I mean.
L Keem, but I hope that you see you on LOLCOW Live soon. So you guys don't know what's going on. I'll explain what's going on. Okay? But give me a second.
How are you that greasy that early? All right, let's keep it pushing. That's wild. That's wild. You're that greasy that early. Makes you think. All those years ago, he could have had central air, and oh, I don't need an air conditioner in Seattle, man. It rains all the time. You never heard of humidity? Oh, I guess not. Stupid is, stupid does.
And then Tata Nasty did a $5 super chat. You remind me of a DJ at a strip club. Come on down to the stage and show support. What? What?
What a fake laugh. Holy fuck, bro. Just showing how disingenuous he is. But he's a whore for money. So hence the strip club analogy actually works if you think about it. Not just the DJ.
Okay, I've never heard that one before. That's a first. That's pretty funny. Sure. And Joe also did a $5 super chat saying he sent money to the wrong person. So you guys seriously, you guys gotta make Keemstar, like, you gotta totally give him shit now. How does he send you?
And it's clear though too, at least to me anyway, at least at the moment, that given that DSP is running out of resources, it's almost like he's trying to just hit every target that he can. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got this thing with Low Tier God, right? He's been pissed off at Wings and Boogie for a hot ass minute and shit. Who knows who else he's gonna go after, right? I think he's just gonna try to hit every target he can to drum up some type of interest in people wanting to talk to him or debate him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually the drama's gonna win. That's the point that I'm trying to make. At the end of the day, the drama's gonna end up winning out because that's where the point of interest is in the story. And I don't think he's stupid enough to go behind the scenes and demand money from these people. I just think he wants to hedge the questions in a certain type of way. So he doesn't walk into like another grill fill moment, if you will. We'll see how it pans out, but I'm leaning towards that.
To the wrong stream. That's messed up. All right. Well, I appreciate all of you who just came to the stream randomly and supported out of nowhere. I appreciate that. So here's what's going on. All right. As you all know, last year, all right, I did have an interview with Keemstar that went well. And since then, we've basically laid off each other, right? Like, I don't talk about him. He doesn't talk about me. We stay.
That's literally a lie. He's taking shots at fucking LOLCOW Live and Keemstar before then and certainly after then. So it is what it is. So we're, yet again, just lying for the sake of lying.
Away from each other, which is fine. You know, we left the door open that maybe in the future there would be something that we would work together for something, but we don't know what, right? A lot of people...
Which is weird because he was so adamant on side scrollers saying that he couldn't do it because it was a moral thing, man. I just can't... I don't like how you make your money, man. I just can't do it, man. I gotta stick to my fucking Roman Catholic beliefs or whatever the fuck.
said, well, why didn't you ever go on his show, LOLCOW Live? And I said, because I was never invited. Like,
That's literally a lie. He was invited by Boogie and Wings and whatnot. And then he tries, if I remember correctly, he tries to spin this shit and be like, oh, well, I wasn't invited by Keem directly. That's why I didn't go on there. Oh, fuck. All right, man. All right, that's just like how he lied to Keem and Stuttering Craig and Adam's face on Side Scrollers when he said that, oh, I never, yeah, they said that they wanted to talk to me, but they didn't actually say what it was about. Then, like, literally 2 minutes later, well, yeah, Boogie said that, you know, you may have been interested in doing a podcast together. So, and Keem was like, so you did know why I wanted to talk to you. Well, Jesus Christ. Fucking pathological, chronic liar. Holy shit. Of the highest quality. Of the highest quality. Galtopia's grade A fucking piece of shit scumbag liar.
literally, I was never asked to ever be on the show. You know, I was assuming that they probably felt that me being on there wasn't very interesting. That if they wanted to
You were assuming. Whatever.
do something, it would be something bigger than that. I don't know. But as you know, I told you guys, I'm never going to work for Keemstar or anything.
And yet, you know this is bullshit because wasn't he harassing Boogie and Wings in their DMs? But was he harassing Keem? No, because Keem won't answer him back. He wanted Boogie and Wings to come on his show. Okay, Phil, but are you going to come on our show? No, come on my show first, and then we'll figure that out later. Literally some lying scumbag. Holy fuck. Just imagine being so much of a coward that you're dodging LOLCOW Live. Holy shit.
Anything like that. I've outright said it over the years. I'm not interested in working for the guy.
Then again, Rich does that too. Because I think they've wanted Rich on a couple of times, especially with some of his latest drama, and he won't go up there either, so there's that. He wants to do everything on my platform. If I'm going to make money, I'm going to make money over here. I'm not going to make money for anybody else anymore. Okay, so you want to keep sinking then in quicksand. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. That's helping your blind daughter out. That's really helping to contribute to her bills that more than likely Review Tech USA's mom and dad actually cover. So, which is even crazier if that's true, which it more than likely is.
Or anything like that, you know. But I, you know, always left the door open if anything would happen, and just nothing ever happened. Okay. Now, out of nowhere, okay, literally out of nowhere, I get a DM from Boogie a couple days ago. All right. And he says, oh, Phil, this is your official invite to LOLCOW Live. Now we'd like you on the show. And that was like it. That's all I get in the DM. No information about anything. So I went back to him and I'm like, well, number one, when do you even stream? Because I have no idea when you're streaming. That's number one.
That's a lie. We know he watches LOLCOW Live too. Or he's tapped in. Let's say that.
Okay, number two, what would the subject matter be? Why do you want me on the show now? Like, what's going on? Okay.
It shows you how paranoid he is. Like, why do you need to have an agenda going on to someone else's show? Just go up there and see whatever they talk about. He didn't mind doing that for fucking Side Scrollers. Oh, wait. He was only willing to do it for Side Scrollers if it was game related, which is weird because he keeps talking about all these games that, oh, I love this from my childhood. This is where my fondest memories from, and he don't remember or know shit about shit. Imagine that. His childhood must have been pretty shitty with all those fucking pillow encased walls and shit and whatever. Like I said, imagine this. Imagine how much of a dit you must have been if your parents had to sit there and fucking literally helicopter over you for a train set. He never said it was an electrical train set, by the way, but just a train set. And you have both of your parents hovering over you to make sure you don't hurt yourself. What does that say exactly? Womp womp.
So he responds again and he says, well, here's when we stream. And that's it. Like, he doesn't say what the show, why they want me on the show, nothing about the subject matter. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I talking to Boogie?
No, what he was thinking to himself is, I'm paranoid. I don't really want to speak to you because I'm not going to get an answer out of you. I want to go to Keem. That's basically what he's saying.
If I'm going to be on the show, I should be talking to Keem, not Boogie.
Boogie's one of the hosts on the show, as well as he has stake in it. And I think that's his job. If I remember correctly. That's what him and Wings used to go back and forth, and they had to try to solicit to get guests onto the show. So that's literally his job. but DSP don't know shit about shit outside of customer service, so how the fuck would he know anything about anything?
Right? Now, at the same time that happens, I kid you not, this just happened. Wings of Redemption sends me a DM. Now, I've told you guys that over the last several years, I've tried to talk to this guy, and very rarely does he ever respond to anything.
I don't blame him, because he's been trying to reach out to you since like 2015, and you kept brushing him off and coming up with lies on why you didn't want to deal with him until you needed to. And more importantly than that, I want you to take that in. Boogie reaches out to him out of nowhere, yada, 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 yada. DSP is like, oh, but I've been trying to go at Wings for years, and I never got a response. And why is that, ladies and gentlemen? Because out of the three, out of Keem, out of Boogie, and out of Wings, Wings is the weakest link. DSP looks at Wings as, you're the weakest link in the chain. You're the one that I can beat down if I can get my hands into you. If I can get my hooves onto your ass and whatnot, I can deal the most damage to you, and you'll be more than likely to be submissive to me. And that's why DSP has been so desperate to work on him for so long. At least that's my theory, and I'm pretty confident I'm right, given DSP or Wings' fucking penchant for being a bitch.
Idea when you're streaming. That's number one. Okay, number two, what would the subject matter be? Why do you want me on the show now? Like, what's going on? Okay, so he responds again, and he says, well, here's when we stream, and that's it. Like, he doesn't say what the show, why they want me on the show, nothing about the subject matter. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I talking to Boogie? If I'm going to be on the show, I should be talking to King, not Boogie, right? Now, at the same time that happens, I kid you not, this just happened. Wings of Redemption sends me a DM. Now, I've told you guys that over the last several years, I've tried to talk to this guy, and very rarely does he ever respond to anything. There's been many opportunities where I said I wanted to interview him on the Level 1 podcast. I would maybe want to do some gameplay with him, all this stuff. He just ignores me. He literally just ignores me. Okay?
Wait, didn't you call Wings a liar, though, when Wings said that he wanted you to play, it was either a Battlefield game or a Call of Duty game, or maybe it was both. And I can't remember which Call of Duty it was, though. I want to tell you it was either World War II or Vanguard, maybe. And as it pertains to the what Battlefield that was, it might have been 2042, maybe? I can't remember now. Or maybe Battlefield 6. I can't remember now. It doesn't matter. But anyway, and I remember Boogie was actually talking about, or not Boogie, Wings. He actually talked about it. He said, yeah, I sent him an email, or I wanted to send him an email. It's kind of hard to batch down on what it was now. I know I can find the video on it if I took a mental look. And you said, no, he didn't do that. He lied. I think eventually Wings did come out and say, I wanted to send him an email, but I didn't actually do it, which means Wings more than likely lied. And you said that's why you weren't interested in doing anything with him, so on and so forth. But now you're saying that you've been trying to talk to him off and on for years, and it's whatever. And then even more interesting than that, ladies and gentlemen, is he didn't mind getting into Wings' DMs to, hey, can I react to your June the King video? Can I do this? Can I do that? And Wings is like, I don't care. Go ahead and do what you got to do, pimp. Get that bag. And DSP goes on his little bottom bitch podcast. Is like, oh, well, I feel kind of bad, I feel kind of bad for doing that shit and whatnot. But yet he still did the react. But then when DSP went and tried to suck off fucking low tier God about going, because DSP wanted to react to his June the King documentary, fucking low tier God's like, no. And DSP was like, okay, no problem. Alrighty. And then that's why DSP feels like low tier God owes him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, hey, I could have reacted to your documentary. I could have made a shitload of money and brought a bunch of attention on myself. I didn't do that, so you owe me a favor, LTG. If under that circumstance, or under those circumstances, I should say, DSP should stop being a bitch and go ahead and react to the fucking June the King documentary on LTG, and then do the follow-up, and then go over the follow-up as well. But DSP won't do it because he's a coward. So, womp womp.
All of a sudden, out of the blue, he messages me and says, oh, so, what's going on? Like, basically, he's trying to start a conversation with me. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, because he reached out to you because he wanted something. The same way you did to him. There's actually a lot of people like that, honestly. I mean, you guys aren't friends and shit. It is what it is. Yeah, he may have been able to extend you some professional courtesy, Yeah, it's a professional courtesy, but you're both LOLCOWs, so that doesn't exist in your stock and trade either which way.
Hold on. And I did some research, and I come to find out Wings is back on LOLCOW Live.
You did some research, i.e. going to LOLCOW Live and seeing that he's back on? Yeah, that's okay, Phil. That's research. Good job, champ. A lot of hard work there, buddy. The R&D department over there in Brunel Enterprises is or Brunel Productions or whatever the fuck it's called. They're definitely working overtime over there. That's for damn sure.
Okay. Now, to my knowledge, he was off for months there. But apparently, he's just rejoined the show. Okay. And basically now, I think what's happened is they're trying to rejuvenate the show. This show has been through many different iterations now, different hosts. They've done a whole bunch of different events.
How would you know that if you don't keep up? You know what? I'm answering my own question. It is what it is. Like, how would you know that if you don't watch the show already?
And now I think what they're trying to do is breathe some new life into their show. Okay. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's, to my knowledge, it sounds like that's what's going on. Okay. And so they brought back Wings after him being gone for months. I think they've realized that didn't really work. People liked Wings and they want him back as the host, so he's back. And now I think they're trying to involve other people. So, you know, now they're contacting me, and it's weird. I just wanted you to think about this. For years, I reached out to Wings and I said, do you want to do an interview? Do you want to do some gameplay? Do you just want to hang out? Let's just do some fun stuff. He ignores me. Now, all of a sudden...
You know what's funny? Review Tech USA tried to do that with DSP for a number of years, and he ignored him. Like, it's funny how this LOLCOW on LOLCOW crime just keeps happening and shit. It's fucking wild, bro.
The moment he rejoins LOLCOW Live, and it exactly...
And you know what's even more ironic? I just thought about this. So, it's funny. So, Duty attaches himself to Review Tech USA and whatever for years, and whatever. And keep in mind, that's when, around this time is when Review Tech said he's a top 2 detractor and all this other bullshit, whatever. Fucking Duty has been talking to Wings for probably the better part of a year, if not longer. It's weird how that happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really, really strange. You know what I mean? Review Tech's been trying to get a hold of fucking DSPs, nothing happening. DSP's trying to get a hold of Wings, nothing's really happening. And Duty's like all in that mix. That's really, really strange.
Exactly the same time that Boogie messages me to be on the show, now he's going to start talking to me? That's a little suspect, don't you think? I'm sorry, I wasn't born yesterday. I got to be a little skeptical of the genuine nature.
Are you being genuine? You've been sitting there trying to prey on Wings when he was basically at his lowest point over the last few years. You only wanted to do something when Review Tech USA when he was down bad because of his daughter and whatnot. It's funny how you only wanted a piece of Medicare when it looked like he was about to check out permanently. Then all of a sudden you wanted to sit there and deal with him. It's funny how I have to be skeptical. I don't know if people are doing stuff in good faith, and he's literally a predator. That's probably where Derek got it from, because DSP is all about trying to prey upon someone else at their lowest point. I don't give a fuck about your dead daughter. You want to do something? Oh, I don't give a fuck that you're dying and shit and you're going to leave all this situation for your wife or anything. You need to talk to me before you finally check out. Hey, man, I don't give a fuck if you're at Alexa Pro and your wife might leave you, or she's talking to fucking Discord mods and is cheating on you or whatever and whatnot, and you're at your lowest point. We should do something together. None of those situations were predatory, but DSP is now like, oh, well, I don't want to get fucked over. Wow, bruh. Wow, bruh. And see, when you're someone like fucking Josh, for example, from the farms or whatever, or some of these other guys who fucking come around and they're like, oh, I don't understand why DSP gets this hate, or DSP is not really that bad, or this, that, you don't know. And I can't really blame you. You're just going off an observation. I can't really fault you for that part. But to sit there and go head deep into this shit, trying to defend a dude that you know damn near nothing about, is never a good idea. Ever. It's never a good idea.
Of him now. You know what I'm saying? So I basically...
The guy harbors pedophiles, and then he's a groomer, and then he preys upon the weak himself. And you feel that's something to defend. All right, then.
Responded to it, and I was like, listen, just so you know, I get the feeling that this is all some kind of a plan from Keem. You're going to try to be nice to me now after years of me trying to talk to you and you blew me off. I don't buy it.
Sounds like a fucking scorned ex-girlfriend. Jesus Christ.
And if Keem wants me on the show.
And now that I think about it, no matter how LTG is catching it right now, just imagine how Wings caught it in those DMs. And the fact that Wings won't release those DMs is fucking wild to me. And you would think, Duty would probably be asking, Wings, hey man, you're gonna let me, what has DSP said to you over the years, man? Would you mind, like, like divulging some of that stuff to me? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Didn't he do that with Early Bird and shit? He was trying to get her DMs and shit between her and DSP. And then, ironically enough, she ain't sat there and released her DMs with Duty instead. That was special. But I'm surprised Duty isn't asking about that shit. Like, fucking A, ask what Wings has in his DMs. Fucking LTG didn't mind dropping his shit. So what's Wings holding on to?
Then he should just reach out to me himself instead of sending his employees after me, because it's essentially what he's doing.
Oh, is this the employee thing? Let's bring that back. Oh, is this the employee thing?
I just want you to think about this. For years, I reached out to Wings and I said, do you want to do an interview? Do you want to do some gameplay? Do you just want to hang out? Let's just do some fun stuff. He ignores me. Now, all of a sudden, the moment he rejoins LOLCOW Live, and at exactly the same time that Boogie messages me to be on the show, now he's going to start talking to me? That's a little suspect, don't you think? I'm sorry, I wasn't born yesterday. I got to be a little skeptical of the genuine nature of him now. You know what I'm saying? So I basically responded to it, and I was like, listen, just so you know, I get the feeling that this is all some kind of a plan from Keem. You're going to try to be nice to me now after years of me trying to talk to you and you blew me off. I don't buy it. And if Keem wants me on the show, then he should just reach out to me himself instead of sending his employees after me, because it's essentially what he's doing. He's sending Boogie after me. He's sending you now. Just have him talk to me. He has my contact info.
And then here's the thing. It's funny how he's criticizing how he's being handled, and yet that's how he treats other people. He talks shit about them. He does whatever it is. He has his opinions about them. But then when he wants something from them, he shows up into their fucking their Twitch streams or their YouTube streams or their Kick streams, and he's trying to play nice and trying to solicit them to go ahead and deal with him. But yet he's going to criticize the exact same practice being used against him or used on him. Let's say it that way. Imagine that. And then this whole thing about I wasn't born yesterday. You're a retard, Phil. No one's trying to hide their intentions. It's obviously they're being very clear. Because you're a fucking mongoloid and you can't read a room, right? And you lack any real, genuine human emotions doesn't mean that you're clever. You know what I'm saying? You're not on your Inspector Gadget shit, okay? This isn't Gout Gadget fucking, magnifying glass or whatever. That's not a thing.
Okay, and that's where I've left it. So I don't know what else is going on. All right. But now, can I be honest with all of you? Because I want to end the show.
I don't know if you have enough practice to be doing that. So no, you can't be honest with anybody.
So we got to play Metal Gear. All right.
You want to fail at that already?
Here's the deal. Okay. I don't know what me going on LOLCOW Live would do for anyone. Like for me.
It's okay, whatever. Let's let him play his cards out. It's funny how he wants to get closer to Wings. He wants to see what he's doing. He wants to see what's up to. He wants to just hang out, this, that, and the third. Maybe you going up there and doing that will give you a payoff. But the bigger picture is he's not willing to do anything unless there's a payoff for it. And truth be told, only he should be able to benefit, no one else. That's what it comes down to. It has to be a one-sided deal where he gets all of the upside and everybody else either stays where they're at or they're at a deficit. And obviously that's the reason why he's alone. That's the reason why he moves through life the way he does. Rightfully so. You got your broken fucking cat. You got your fucking your compromised broken cat. Sorry, Jasper, I'm just calling it what it is. You got your compromised and broken down cat. You got your compromised and broken down other cat. You're all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what the actual condition of your fucking family, your parents are. You know what I'm saying? House is fucking in shambles. You're speed running your way into more debt that you just got out of. You know what I'm saying? The guy's got nothing. He's got nothing. It's only down from here. And he's been literally going down that path for years. and he swears to God that there will be an upside, that eventually the tides will change in his favor. I haven't done it yet. What makes you think they're going to? And even if it did, you won't take advantage of it. Theoretically, 2 years ago, or whatever it was that LOLCOW Live or LOLCOW Podcast was a thing, you should have taken your 50 grand, served your year, and been done with it. But you couldn't because you're stupid. So now you're getting mad at LTG because he's wanting his bread and you don't have it. But so what's your only response? Oh, well, he's broke. He's the one with the financial problems. I'm not broke, he's broke. You cough up the money then. But he can't. He knows he can't. He's barely maintaining this gouty lifestyle that he has already. DSP don't know how to deal with cash. He completely and utterly lives off of fucking credit. You know what I'm saying? Get what he want now and pay the bare minimum later. That's how he's existed as long as he has. That's why he foreclosed on a condo. That's why he filed for bankruptcy. That's why eventually he's going to die in that house without ever paying for it. And then the bank's just going to come back and repossess it. He knows exactly what he's doing. This dude doesn't have any prospects for the future because he has no future. And he knows that. He knows that deep down. That's why he only lives for today. Fuck tomorrow. He lives for today. He dreams about yesterday. And fuck tomorrow. Because there's nothing ever good that's going to happen tomorrow. The best he can hope for is a DSP tries it, which is pathetic. Or one of his enemies and whatnot, one of the ops, one of his detractors, trolls, haters, and critics, just choosing not to make content anymore. Or another content creator who he ain't shitting on for years decided to retire or die or whatever the fuck. That's all he has to look forward to, and he's got nothing else. I'm just gonna be as blatantly honest about it as I can, because that's the reality of our situation. Well, his situation. I don't need to wish death upon people to make myself feel better.
For my audience, and you guys know, we're here enjoying games. I'm very busy right now. This is an incredibly busy time of the year. I'm actually trying to juggle an incredible amount of games at one point, and we're very busy, right?
We're very busy playing 2 different games twice a day. Oh, okay, sure. Sure. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. But you had enough time to do research to see what fucking Wingsofredemption was doing. You had enough time to sit there and answer DMs from Boogie and Wings. I want to say respectfully, but fuck all that. But you had time to do all that. But you're very busy, though. All right, whatever.
They're going well. Streams are going well. Everything's good. And I have stayed out of drama, right? I've purposefully said, I want to be out of drama and not involved in any of this crap. I made it a staunch thing ever since back in, what was it, March? I said, that's it. Drama.
Now, keep in mind, this is the same Mongoloid, though, that's in fucking Wings detractor comment sections and LTG detractor content, or troll content sections, I should say. He's chilling in both of those community comment sections of videos and shit, talking shit. Keep that in mind. But we don't want no problems, though. We don't want no drama. I roger that.
It's done. We're good now, right? So I don't need to worry about that shit. I'm set where I am. I'm doing well.
So you want to wait until you bottom out and fail, and then what? Then you want to do a collaboration? Oh, no, I can't do a collaboration now because no one likes me. So I got to wait until the tides turn and people start liking me again, and then I'll go ahead and do the collaboration. Well, if everything's going good for you now, why wouldn't you want to build upon it? Oh, because he's a fucking retard and whatnot. And he doesn't want anybody else to get to basically eat off of his coming up, if you will. He's like Frogan. He's going to get the Rising Star Award or Streamer Award again for the 3rd time, the 5th time, the 12th time. And he don't want no one else to be in the middle of that shit. He wants all the glory for himself. Fucking A, bro.
Right? It's not like I need a boost. It's not like I need to do this now. It's not. Like, I'm actually good where I am. Okay? So, if I have a conversation, and the conversation is that, they want me on the show and we're going to have a good time and just chill or whatever, that's one thing.
And talk about what? You don't have any range in anything because you don't know anything. And that in the fucking podcast is called LOLCOW Live. The fuck do you think they're going to talk about? You don't know shit about politics. So we don't have to worry about that. You allegedly don't know what's going on in the LCU, even though it's clear that you do. But you'll pretend like you don't. So you're worthless there. You're bad at games and you really don't know anything about the industry. You don't really understand about how gaming communities on YouTube work. You don't know shit about fucking how most of the ecosystems as it pertains to games and streaming works. You don't understand anything about sponsorships and endorsements or whatever. All you know is drama. That's literally all you have to offer. And it starts with yours, and then you can build out. But he won't do it, though, because his fucking ego's too goddamn big, and he swears to God that he's normal and everybody else are the ones with the problems. Everybody else is subhuman. Everybody else are fucking are mental midget monkeys and shit, and they need to be institutionalized. And you're the furthest thing from it. And the more he fights it, the more he fights against that current, the further he's just drowning himself. Gotta love that for him.
But if it's going to be, yeah, we want to talk about all this drama shit and we want to do this and that. No.
You know what? You're going to be given a bigger platform where you can actually air out your grievances. You can go at Review Tech USA. You can go at fucking Steve of Truth Seekers. You can go at Broside Phil. You can go at Duty. You can go at fucking you could go at Side Scrollers, Craig in particular. You literally are given a platform where you can take shots at everybody. You know what I'm saying? You could clarify the whole pro Jared situation. You can do all that. Oh, well, I can do that on my own platform that no one watches except for idiots like me. So no, that means nothing. That means nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you're literally given a platform where you can do that, and you don't want to do it because what? Because maybe now that you have to go against 3 people who are just as fucking dumb as you are, they might be able to see through your bullshit. Let's be honest, Wings and Boogie they're both pathological liars too. Sick fucks. Sick, mentally ill fucks. And they may very well be able to call you out on your shit. Or you know that Duty's over there, so Duty's pumping information to them. And so he may be able to go ahead and give them enough so they can call you out on the bullshit, so you don't have no real advantage over them. It's funny how he don't want to go over there and lie to LOLCOW Live, but he didn't mind doing it to Side Scrollers. That's weird. That's real weird. It's, you know, like, do you guys see the like the contrast though? Oh, he looked at fucking Side Scrollers as the normies. That's where he needed to be so he could present himself as a normie too, as a regular person who just loves games. Couldn't make that work. Over here on LOLCOW is where all the shitters at, or where the alcoholics are, where the fucking degenerates are at, where the groomers and pedophiles and all that other bullshit are over there, for the most part. And he don't want no parts of that. And why is that, ladies and gentlemen? Is it possible because it's a direct reflection of himself? But you didn't mind defending Derek the way you did. You said the devil you know, right, Phil? Well, there you go. Those are the devils that you know, because you're part of them. You're one of them. But see, you somehow think you're better than them, though. That's what it is. You think you're better than them, and you're not. You're right there with them. You're a useless, worthless vato, just like those guys. And you can't admit it. So you're never going to be looked at as a normie, and then the one group of people who may be willing to deal with you, at least from a financial level, you won't do it either. And then you got the nerve to get mad that Negro LTG won't deal with you and shit. Oh, well, he's classified as a LOLCOW. What makes him think he's above me? What makes you think you're above them? Something to think about.
I don't want to talk about drama. I don't want to incite trolls to do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
that's kind of funny too, because if by him saying that, he's acknowledging that Keemstar, Boogie, and Wings wouldn't be able to protect him if shit really popped off over there. And more importantly, and he's subconsciously probably thinking about this, he doesn't want to attract any new trolls either. Yeah, there may be some payoff. He may be able to get a couple of pay pigs, which he's doing now currently, but he may not be able to keep them. And then he may turn them into haters, and that's going to just feed more ammo to LOLCOW Live. It's an interesting concept and whatnot. I like to think at times that he does have a level of rationalization, not self-awareness, but he does have a level of rationalization to what his circumstances are. I'd like to think that way, but he probably don't. So that's just me giving him too much credit, which I've got a penchant of doing that.
At this point, if I go on that show and it ends up being drama, it's just going to be detrimental to all of us here and what I've built this year.
So you want to crash and burn by yourself, basically. All right, fair enough. I mean, you've done that pretty much your whole life, so I guess. Basically, he's saying he can do bad all on his own, which is true. So, you know, why share in the misery if you don't have to? I mean, yes, the old saying is misery loves company, but you know what I'm saying? If you put a Brunel behind it, maybe, just maybe, that's not the goal. He doesn't need to be hobbled and shit. He can do that all on his own. I get it. I don't respect it, but I get it.
This year, I've turned it all around and things are going very well, right? I don't need to now start creating problems for myself in this community. So I'm not sold on it, but at the same time, I haven't had a single word about what this would be or anything. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll have to see. All right. But just so everyone knows, like, publicly, that's all that's happened. I haven't had a conversation with Keem.
Now keep in mind, this whole diatribe is literally for the fucking LOLCOW live pay pigs and shit. He's basically trying to sit there and manipulate them and be like, hey, I would like to go over there. Supposedly there's an open door policy between me and Keem, but I don't really know what he wants, and you know, I'd like to have some clarification, and they're not giving that to me. How do I trust that, dude? I'm already a victim. I don't want to be victimized any further. That's fucking gay. That is the most lamest bullshit ever, dude. To be honest. Because it's real easy for him to be Snake Eater, King Snake. And he can be setting up people and plotting on people for 8 fucking months. They're asking him to go on one fucking show, and he acting like it may be the end of the world and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna, like, Cat's gonna get buck broken and shit while they fucking laugh at him and force him to watch. That shit's crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? What the hell? But he's just enough of a sick little individual that he can justify it. You know what I mean? If you make yourself the victim of everything, you can literally justify anything. Which is even more scary.
Or anything. I don't know what's going on. So if you guys are saying they were talking about me on their show today, I don't know.
And then his dumbass don't want to really talk to either one, meaning Boogie or Wings. He's not really trying to talk to them to find out what's going on, like get into an actual conversation or build a rapport or whatever the fuck, which is what he said, like around the time where he was trying to get interviews, where he was saying, yeah, I'm building up a rapport with Boogie. You know, I've never had no real problem with him. I'm trying to build up a rapport with Wings. I've never had a real problem with him, which the latter was definitely a lie, obviously. And yet now he can't seem to get either one of them to give him a straight answer. Imagine that.
All right. So I guess this is what it'll have to be. But listen, as I say,
Sucks to suck.
I'm happy with being me, doing my content here. We're doing well with it.
Are you?
I'm not looking to work for Keem or work with Keem or anything. No, I'm not.
I'm not looking to work. Well, I mean, you don't work now, so I guess that doesn't mean much of anything, but I'd like to get more clarification on that.
This would be or anything. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll have to see. All right. But just so everyone knows, like, publicly, that's all that's happened. I haven't had a conversation with Keem or anything. I don't know what's going on. So if you guys are saying they were talking about me on their show today, I don't know. All right. So I guess this is what it'll have to be. But listen, as I say, I'm happy with being me, doing my content here. We're doing well with it. I'm not looking to work for Keem or work with Keem or anything. No, I'm not. I'm just not.
I mean, you're not working now, so I guess it is what it is. That's real strange. That's real strange. It's like he automatically thinks that they're gonna just go ahead and put his ass into servitude. It's real strange. But yet again, he don't mind putting that same servitude, if you will, or shackles, I should say, for servitude, on fucking Wings. He damn sure don't seem to mind doing that shit to LTG. But he don't want that to be done to him. All right. At the end of the day, Phil, a surf is still a surf. No matter what the color of your skin is, a surf is still a surf.
I'm happy and I'm doing good. So I don't need that, nor do I need any kind of new involvement and drama and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Maybe absolutely nothing will come of it whatsoever. Maybe something will come of it, and we'll have a crossover show where where there's fun stuff. But we'll have to work on it and try to figure it out. Well, that's not anything that this is the initial talk. I haven't even had a word with anyone over there yet about it officially.
It sounds like he's trying to recreate Kino Casino all over again, with even less involvement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to make sure that he comes out of that shit completely clean. To be honest with you. It's not going to work that way, but it's amusing.
Thank you to Relaxing Chill Fun, who just gifted our first sub of the day over on Kick. I appreciate that. Cool. What are we at? I can't see anymore, man. 109. Okay. Annoying. And
actually, you know what? I'm hoping, even though I just came up with this, I'm hoping LTG calls him out on that shit too and forces his ass to wear glasses. Because LTG don't have no problem putting his glasses on. You know what I'm saying? So what makes DSP like the great holdout and all that bullshit? You're blind as a goddamn bat. You know what I'm saying? That's why he misreads messages and thinks that they're more offensive than they actually are. For example, just put some fucking glasses on, bro. You clearly can't see. You know what I'm saying? But then again, when's the last time this ass clown had a physical? When's the last time he had an eye exam? You know what I mean? When's the last time he had anything? Pay all that money for insurance and not using it. Wow.
So, Guitar Player here. Thank you, Guitar Player, for 50 months as a member. Hold on a second here.
How are you that greasy? Jesus Christ. Just look at him. Just secreting grease. Just, ugh. Good God, man. No wonder the reason why his hair is falling out and shit. His fucking pores are all clogged the fuck up and shit. Jesus Christ. It's fucking disgusting. Actually, funny enough, for those of you who remember, you remember your lore, 2017, after Panda left his ass, and he was, he was basically solo right before Cat came to visit him the first time. Remember how he had those gaming quotes and shit? He had, I think he has like 3 of them. And apparently he was getting himself fucking just blasted out of his mind each and every night, pretty much drinking throughout the day, honestly. But he was getting himself blasted each and every night and shit, drinking. And then whenever he made his way upstairs or downstairs, because they used to have one of those blankets. It's not a throw, but they had one of those blankets downstairs as well. He would just prop himself on that shit and sweat all that shit out. Then the shit got so bad that when he finally had Cat come out there, he was trying to wash him, but he don't know how to use the washing machine, obviously. But anyway, he tried to wash him to get the smell and the stains out, and they couldn't come out, so he had to basically throw them away. Imagine that shit. Imagine what kind of disgusting pig you have to be, where you have to throw out linens. Because 1, you're too stupid to run a washing machine. But 2, you stain them so badly that you can't get the stains or the smell out. Imagine that. Wild shit. Wild shit.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Thank you, Guitar Player, for 50 months as a member. I appreciate it. Good to see you. And then also there was a super chat from Danzak. And Danzak said, I didn't grow up on a farm, but I know what bullshit smells like. Yeah. Thank you, Danzak. Okay. Okay. Now here's the deal. I don't know who this person is. Someone just gifted 20 members to the community, but I have no idea who they are. Who is Danny? Because it could be fake. Sadly, as we know, we get a lot of people who gift fake memberships. So I don't know if I can count this or not, sadly. It'd be great if I could, and certainly it would be great and it would help, but I don't know if these are legit or not, guys. Oh, is this Danny? Are you the guy who did the $20 super chat? Okay, so this is legit?
That doesn't make it legit at all. Throwing you $20 and then using the Argentinian peso and shit, they fucking give you a bunch of memberships don't mean jack shit. I mean, giving you money just doesn't seem like a good idea altogether. But that's just me. But like, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean anything at all. That doesn't legitimize none of that. And then it makes me wonder, because I don't have memberships enabled, I don't think. Like, do you know that if they don't count memberships the moment you get them? Like, I don't think he would see that in his like revenue queue for like a day or two, right? I guess. I don't know. Maybe I need to look into that membership thing. But like, I'm pretty confident that it wouldn't tell him that right off the rip. It would take a couple of days for him to figure that out, or before YouTube counts it, I should say. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
As long as it's the same guy, I think it is. Because then they're real.
You have no proof of that, though.
Okay, cool. So this is legit then. Excellent. All right, well, thank you.
So yeah, just imagine how much of a sucker you have to be that just because someone gave you $20, you don't think they would troll you or fuck you over later. Just imagine that. Now, whether they became real or not doesn't even matter. It's the method behind the madness is the part that I don't get. And I don't know if he's just that he's overly trusting, or he's naive, or he's just stupid, or all three. It's very possible. It's all three. Oh man! Just imagine what people can make him do for a few dollars. That shit's wild to me.
You, Danny, 20 gifted memberships. That's huge support. Thank you, Danny. Wow. Awesome. So that's $60 of support. And then Danny did a $34 super chat. He says they're legit. Thank you, Danny. Wow. Awesome support from Danny. And Danny, you can...
Now remember, he just said he didn't know who this person was. He flashed a little bit of cash and shit, and DSP is fucking the most enthusiastic stripper on the fucking stripper pole, bro. That's wild, bro. There's nothing more reliable or dependent than a person who will fucking sell their soul for cold hard cash. Holy fuck, bro. Holy fuck.
You came off of the incorrect redirect. Thank you. So 34 more bucks.
Actually, now I think about it, there's another saying. It's from this movie called The Ninth Gate. Has Johnny Depp in it. There's a bunch of good actors in it, actually. But pretty sure. I think the dude said there's nothing more reliable than a man who can be bought for hard cash. I think that's what the saying is from the movie. It doesn't matter. They're both valid, and they can both be applied to DSP. Like, that's a goddamn shame that you can be bought for so little. I mean, the fact that you can be bought at all is already wild in itself, but to be bought for so little, it's pretty pathetic.
Means we're now at 210 of support, and it means that we hit our first milestone goal of the day. Let's do a quick celebration.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get the fuck up out of there with that. All right, so let's see here. LOLCOW live segment. I'm not sure if it's from earlier in the day, if it's from the same day, or if it's the next day. We'll see. But I'm pretty confident that I have everything from those 3 days, at least on the LOLCOW live side of it, at the very least. I didn't cut the DSP part.
And then DSP has felt it. LOLCOW live once again. We're getting destroyed, people. We are getting destroyed. DSP has had no mercy on our damn souls, okay? You don't understand. He's messing us up left and right. We need a break, dog. We need a break. I cannot take this. We are getting bullied. We are getting bullied. We need mercy. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, guys, we have a bunch of stories in the LCU. The first thing I want to talk about.
Don't worry, I'm not going to subject you to that trash. Just what's pertinent to my particular interests and whatnot.
Is DSP. We gotta talk about DSP.
I got a DM from him.
I sent something to the docket team because DSP has a little drama around him besides what we have.
Really?
Have you heard about it? You heard about this?
I don't know where the DSP stuff is. Okay, there it is. I just found it.
Let me just come off the top. Like DSP,
real quick. First off, Keem's full shit. He knows what's going on over there. he knows what's going on over there because he's waiting. Because just like how DSP is willing to strike the vulnerable, Keem is waiting on his ass too. That's what Keem does. That's how he collects his enemies. He waits until they're at their lowest point to swoop in and get them for what it's worth. That's just his MO. On top of that, there's really Keem has nothing but time. To be honest with you, he literally has nothing but time. Time is literally on his side. The longer he waits, the better his situation in terms are going to be for however he decides to use DSP. Realistically, if Keem can get him up there once, he can get him up there again. You know what I'm saying? And it really just comes down to baby steps. And that's not even being clever or cunning. That's just playing the variables and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And time is the ultimate monkey. So if DSP is down to his last chip, if you will, let's go with that analogy, eventually he's gonna go up there. Eventually he'll go up there. And Keem will make it as accommodating as he needs to. That first show, it'll be fucking Hallmark cards and bubblegum and all that bullshit. And whatever. And he'll just figure out a way to slowly but surely ease DSP into the bullshit. We'll get him there eventually, I think.
Got caught donating to a female YouTuber by the name of Early Bird. Early Bird does like...
Oh, really? This was around the early bird shit? Haven't done a video on that yet. Consider this a bonus. Consider this a bonus. It is what it is.
Video essay content.
Okay.
And he like creeping into her DMs and all this other stuff. So people were speculating that either Kat is out of the picture.
Yep.
Or he's cheating on her.
I've heard both of these. Yep.
I don't think that's fair to DSP that if you're talking to a woman, you're cheating.
But also
Donating,
giving women money
though.
Giving her money, sliding in DMs, like those are red flags.
So was it fucking a red flag when he slid into your DMs? I don't know if he ever gave Wings money on his streams. I don't think so. But it wasn't a red flag when he was doing that shit? It's not a red flag that he's literally sitting fucking LTU fucking essay/love letters and shit trying to get that dude to fucking do something, anything with him? Alright, whatever. Whatever, pimp.
Bro, that's a content creator.
DSP is not a content creator, but alright, Keem, you're trying to be funny. I see it.
Okay. Say if Brantley was donating $100 to like a random YouTuber and just in his DMs asking about his personal life.
Brantley's
would
not
that
a
not make you
No, but
would that not make you feel like, okay, what's going on?
I would definitely feel that way because Brantley's not a content creator, right? But if Brantley was a content creator...
So wait, so Brantley can't be friends with other content creators even though she doesn't do content herself? And you're okay with another man talking to her under the guise that they do content? Like that's it? That the ceiling is that? I mean, is the ceiling really that low? The fuck? All right. All right, Keem. You might want to put parental controls on that chick's social media and on her phone and shit for a while till you can figure out what's what. You might need to do that.
And she was talking to fellow content creators, I'd understand it.
Okay. And how about this? He started doing drunk streams because he saw how profitable they are for us. Well, people have been tracking these giant bottles he's been getting, and it's pretty clear he's drinking off stream as well.
No shit, but he's been doing that, and he didn't start doing drunk streams because of you guys. I don't think he just he thought more money would come his way because of that. That wasn't the spite of you guys. I don't think that was, or in spite of you guys, I should say. That wasn't the case. That's not the situation at all. Am I right about that? Is that in spite of you guys or despite you guys? I'm pretty confident that you guys weren't the catalyst on why he started doing that, to be honest with you. It just flew together. And then if he thinks he can fucking profit off of being buzzed, he was going to go for it. I don't think it really has anything to do with you guys. Especially since Wings don't drink. So that really kind of takes that all away.
Quite a lot. Like way more than even you would do on a day that you're partying. Like he's drinking a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, fucking DSP's been an alcoholic his entire fucking life. You know what I'm saying? So his tolerance is stupid high.
But that's not fair though, Boogie. Like everybody knows he's a lush.
Well, he's drinking like he used to back in the day when he was doing his little jerk off
How
streams.
do you guys keep up to date on DSP? I never hear anything about this man. And
He lied his ass off. Holy shit. And I get it though. I get it. He needs to go ahead and play like he's the odd man out, give DSP the benefit of the doubt while the other two cows try to get into their mad cow modes and shit and try to consume DSP for everything it is. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Remember, Keem's supposed to be the farmer, and fucking Boogie and Wings are, you know, the little cows and shit. So cow upon cow crime is a thing, and it's expected. I get it, but he's so disingenuous that no one's dumb enough to believe this.
Duty
My
streams.
My Twitter algorithm, my YouTube algorithm just feeds it to me all day long because I search up LOLCOW Live and he's like tangentially related to the show. We've covered him so many times, so it brings him up too.
fans were reaching out to me asking me if it was true that DSP was talking to Becky. That's 100% true. I heard that directly from Becky. Like Becky has told me that. So
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh yeah, of course it's true. You're the one. I mean, you knew that she was trying to fucking court DSP though. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I mean, whatever. It's not like Hume didn't know what that situation with Becky. It is what it is. It's just DSP didn't bite for whatever reason. Either that or Becky doesn't. You know what I'm saying? She getting up in there in age. She don't know how to turn the charm on anymore. I don't know. That chick's a bit off for her tilter as well, or kilter, if you will. So that's a thing in itself. But. Which is really funny, actually. It's not funny, but it's funny. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But the amount of emotional damage and baggage that the majority, if not all, the people over there associated with the LCU have is insane. There's not a normal person out there. Not one. Maybe on the docket team, but they don't have their faces out there. But if you're talking about the quote-unquote talent, they're all jacked up in some type of way, shape, or form and shit. It's really, really silly. There's a Discord. I haven't taken the invite yet, but I might because I'm kind of interested in seeing what they have. But apparently, there's a Discord out there that they've been looking into like each and every individual person that's associated with the LCU to see if they have any baggage or whatever. And I think Batgirl has like a fucking OnlyFans, which is no one's surprised by that bullshit. But a lot of them have like baggage. Like a lot of them are into some stupid shit. They've got into dumb beefs. They've like, you know what I'm saying? They've just done dumb shit. Like they're all semi-LOLCOW worthy, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And so I wouldn't be surprised if some of those guys get like threads on the farms eventually or whatever, unless they really learn how to cool that shit out. But they're all damaged in one way, shape, or form. It's wild, bro. It's so fucking wild.
So he talks to Becky in DMs. But
has anybody seen Cat recently?
Nope.
For those of that might not be following, Wings is talking about DSP's wife. Her name is Kat. That's who Kat is.
Mm-hmm.
You got to explain.
She is a very large woman. It would be hard.
That's an unfair,
bro.
That's unfair, Boogie.
Okay, what is all this smoke? You know he's cheating on his
fat women.
Guys. He's cheating on his wife. His wife is fat. Like, what are you guys doing? Are you trying to start a war?
No,
I'm not start a war. With who? DSP ain't gonna put up a fight. What are you talking about? No one's gonna front line for DSP in this situation. DSP already tried that. He tried to sit there and get fucking Review Tech USA to side with him against fucking Keto Casino. And you saw how that shit crashed and burnt. There's no one that's gonna side with DSP at all. DSP has no ground. He has no leverage. He has nothing to contribute to any of that shit. Like, you're literally going to be a human shield for him at that point. Like, start a war. The LOLCOW wars. That's what. Holy shit. The what? 400-pound woman who fucking casted a fucking 1,000 ships and whatnot to go at Goutopia or whatever. Shut that shit up. No one gives a fuck about Cat. Maybe Alt, but no one gives a fuck about Cat. No one thinks that the war is going to come out of this bullshit and whatnot. If not, either side is going to have to ask a detractor, troll, hater, or critic to get involved or whatever. Fuck all that bullshit. Start a war. That's amusing. Start a war.
I'm
It's not a
saying
war. I'm just throwing
I
out
want-
there what's the drama.
I want DSP to come on the show and shoot this drama down.
He's not brave enough to do that shit. Plus, you guys don't have no real leverage. You guys have the viewership, but you don't have the influence. So DSP going up there does what? It's just going to feed the content machine, to be honest. And you guys are all three of you are fucking liars. And he's an even bigger liar. So it's not like anything that's going to be said between you guys are going to have any, any validity to it. So it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in this situation knows how to be truthful. So none of it really holds any weight. No pun intended. Holds any weight. That's hilarious.
I don't think any of it's real or true. Come tell us that these people are wrong. It's not even me saying this.
Exactly. You heard Buggy. He doesn't think any of this is real. He doesn't think your wife is fat.
She is fat though. Like let's call a spade a spade. She is fat. I'm not gonna go into my full PPP or triple P as I like to call them and say she's fat. I'm not doing all that. But I'm just saying she is fat. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, it's possible she could probably have like a thyroid problem or something. But, DSP is not doing anything to help her either, so womp womp.
I don't know why. I don't know why you said
I've
that.
seen fatter. I've seen fatter.
I just don't know why you guys are saying this.
All right, let's go to
Because
Boogie.
she's fat.
Let's do it. Let's do it apples to apples, Boogie. Is Kat fatter than your wife when she left you?
I mean, realistically, if we're doing apples to apples, we really should be like, yo, Wings, is Kat as fat as fucking Kelly? While she's with you? Just saying. I think it'd be a fair comparison.
About the same size. About the same size.
Guys,
Was she as fat as Celine, Wings? Was she as fat as Brandy? I'm just asking if we're gonna do apples to apples comparisons, you know what I'm saying? I just thought I'd ask.
the reason why we have DSP in the title and the reason why he's in the thumbnail.
Savage Wolf Pirate Flag super chatted $20. Yeah, I just checked my servers and friends list. I'm not in any that could raise the flag or anything. Is there anyone I can DM to sort this out?
Did you click the fucking link in the description and let it verify and make sure you actually are Cash Cow, dog? I don't know. Anyhow, long story short, the reason why DSP is in
That's wild. You got a dude that gives you money and shit, and is apparently on some pay pig like tier. You can't just be like, hey, let me direct you to Rastov. That's his job. He's a community manager, and I'll have him get you with technical support and find out. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck is wrong with you? And wait till you guys see a dip over there in fucking in like tips and contributions and all that shit. And it's gonna be moments like this that people are gonna fucking throw back in Keem's face. He ain't gonna have a damn thing to say about it. People are giving you money, man. They don't own you, but you don't treat them like shit either.
the title and thumbnail is because we decided, what was it, last week, to send him an invite onto the show because he said he would come on if we sent him an invite, and both Boogie and Wings sent him an invite, and I'm going to show you what he said, right? But I'm gonna hold up a bit. DSP's response to them inviting him on the show is hysterical. Don't leak it yet, boys. Don't leak it. We'll show them, right? But it is hysterical. But he just keeps felting us. In this message back to Jordy, and I haven't seen the one from Boogie yet. I wonder if that's similar. He's just bullying us. He's being mean to us. I don't get it. And that's why I'm saying, guys, quit saying he's cheating on his wife. Quit fucking saying his wife is fat. Stop. We don't want to
So it's a
smoke.
one-way bully street. He's allowed to bully me?
Yes. Dude,
Why?
we don't want this DSP smoke, dude. Do you remember what happened last time? We put DSP in the title. All right. We put DSP in the thumbnail, and it was all because a rumor started on Twitter that I was helping him with a strike on his channel. And
Yeah, I thought this was okay. So they do address it, but did they address that back then? If they did, I haven't gone over that video yet. I don't remember it. Give me a second. Well, I'll be. It doesn't look like I've done it yet. It looks like I may have spoken about it, and I'll name the segment later, but it doesn't look like I've actually gone over that just yet. I'll put it on the list. It's kind of important, kind of, or relevant, I suppose. So I'll put it on the list. I swore though I've already done that though. I thought. We'll figure it out.
I didn't know anything about it. All right. And he roasted us. Do you remember this? I'll show you. This is what happened just like a week ago. He fucking ripped us a new one.
It's all news to me. I don't know anything about this. You said it's Keemstar's Twitter?
Well, yeah, this is when he did the crazy mouth shit. I've done this. When DSP was trying to emulate the fucking the thumbnail and shit. I think I've done this. Maybe it hasn't gone live yet, or maybe it hasn't been published, I should say. But yeah, I've done this already. Huh. Pretty sure I have. Actually, give me another minute. Give me another second. Well, ain't that bad a bitch? No, apparently we haven't. Apparently that is not something that that I've done yet. And we'll address it and whatnot. I'm pretty sure I have the raw file. If not, I have the URL for it. If not, Diggs has the URL for it. If not, I can reach out to Raw Phil, big ups to Raw Phil, and I can probably get it. I swore though I must have just done I'll name the segment later on it then. Ain't that about a bitch though? All right, well we'll get there. I just put it on the list now because I'm surprised I don't have it. I don't have anything done from July 28th, which is strange because I did all the way up till the 21st, but nothing on the 28th. That's strange.
It's not LOLCOW Live's Twitter. It's Keemstar's Twitter. Let's see. Here we go. Ready? What's hilarious is I don't think I can even make that face. Let's see. You can tell this is an AI thumbnail. Here we go. Can I even make that face? How do I...
Okay. So he's ripping.
No.
Adam W., welcome to Cash Cow. Welcome to the LOLCOW Illuminati. Give him his triangles, guys. He's roasting our fucking thumbnail, bro. He's ripping us apart.
RZ the Legend super chatted $19.99. I feel like DSP would excel at voice acting. He has the perfect voice for a clumsy and eccentric cartoon character.
It's true.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
I don't think my mouth opens that much.
What the fuck?
It's obvious AI thumbnail, right?
Dude,
so
why is he trying to recreate? No, DSP, don't be doing that.
DSP got a strike and I'm helping him. Do you not see all the question marks? You see these question marks? Whenever you see a question mark like this, it means it's bait. It means all they're going to do on the show is they're going to talk about it. I'm looking at the wrong camera. They're going to talk about it and say, hey, did it happen? Instead of saying, hey, it happened and here's all the evidence and here. It's bait. It's a bait show. They basically have nothing to talk about tonight. So they're bringing up my name to have something to talk about.
He got us dead to rights. That's exactly 100%. What happened.
100%.
There was this rumor going on. I didn't fucking know. I'm not helping him with no strikes. I don't even know if he got a strike. I just want to talk about it, saying, hey, I'm not involved. And I used DSP for clickbait, and he called us out.
So why are they saying this? Like, what brought this on? Does anyone know? Like, why are they saying that?
So there was that. There was more roasting. He went on for a while roasting the ever living fuck out of us.
Did you see his drip there?
This
he looks like he's slowly morphing into like that Soprano side character.
I was thinking he looks like he shops at Weird Al's fucking discount store.
He definitely looks like a character on GTA Vice City.
Yeah, that's kind of what he's going for.
Like he definitely. All right.
weird vortex revolves around me. I don't create the vortex. I don't control the vortex. I want nothing to do with the vortex. I've disavowed it, right? I want nothing to do with any of this nonsense. But they leech daily off of me. Okay?
Now, to be fair, Phil is saying all this from his Level 1 podcast. He got that name from me. I'm just saying, he got that name from me. Come on. Let's be fair.
Every single day. They need me. Without me, there's nothing going on. They have no content. They have no lives. They have no personalities. They have to just basically every day make content out of me. So when I was gone for a week, it was like, oh my God, I'm in the middle of the Sahara and I'm so thirsty and I'm looking everywhere and I can't find a drop of water anywhere. I'm so dehydrated, right?
Good point. Real quick, I want to address something. Putting PK in the title and not mentioning what happened is more AI slop. Do a better show. I don't think we have to. I think we can do a way shittier show, and I think you're still going to be here, to be honest. I really don't think we have to put much effort into the show.
Next to doubt on that bullshit, and that being that some of those other shows over there are like falling by the wayside and shit, slowly but surely. That now they're starting to rotate guests around and this, that, and the third. Supposedly there are rumblings about Xylee. Fucking people are starting to get tired of her shit. Amongst others. It's not just her. She's just one of the bigger instigators and shit. It's a mess over there. It's a mess over there. It's starting to sound like fucking Activision. We're too big to fail.
I think whatever lazy bullshit we put out, you guys will show up. But I do want to talk about that real quick because that day we just didn't get to the fucking story. Wings wanted to call out PK or bring out a story on PK. What was that story? You want to explain it? I don't have the fucking link, but
I don't remember.
It was something about do you remember Woody had like a bad take on the
Oh yeah, that was I had a whole section there for of people with bad takes on the Roger Jackson thing. Like he blamed like the wrestling promoters instead of Roger's actions itself.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And there was like clips with it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were planning on getting into that, but unfortunately, I don't know what happened that day, but we ran out of time.
That was that busy day where like we just bang, like we didn't even get halfway through the docket. We just had so much content.
Yeah. Dude, last week we had 2 shows that were absolutely nothing, and then we had that one show which was the best show that we've ever produced. We had like 5,000 concurrent viewers. It was just money.
Yeah,
So
and we make
what it is now is I come back and now all of a sudden it's like, well, now we have to try to hyper focus on this, even though this was almost a month ago now, right? We've already moved on. I'm already back.
You're gonna do it or not? That's hilarious.
2-3 weeks.
But the funny thing is though about that, actually, if you guys mingle around other like LOLCOW circles and shit, they do that with almost everybody now, and I don't blame them. I get it, but but everybody's kind of just speeding up everybody at this particular point. It's kind of hilarious, to be honest with you.
Already kept making great content. Things are great, right? But they're still like hanging on this nonsense that Phil was gone for a week. So what was it? What was the reason? You'll never know because I'm never going to tell you. If one day I so choose to tell you about my personal life and things going on in it that aren't part of all of this, then you'll know. Otherwise, you'll never know. And that's my prerogative to have a private life. I have the ability to do that.
I actually have an active theory on that. I'm gonna wait though. I'm gonna wait because I'm waiting for something in particular. I'm waiting for him to mention something in particular first, and I think he will. Not to say that I have any inside knowledge or anything because I don't, but I'm waiting for him to say something in particular. If he drops that shit, then I'm gonna drop my theory.
And you should
pause it.
He's just the master, dude. We are just living in Phil's world.
The rumor is
This lazy ass glazing is starting to get annoying too. Jesus Christ, King, do better. Do better.
and this is what I want you to come dispel. What you were doing that week was getting situated on your divorce. You were saying goodbye to your wife. That's what everybody thinks.
What? Who said? All right. Who? What? All right. Okay. All right. I don't remember hearing that. Or I did. I definitely didn't think that. So that's not everybody, obviously. But did divorce coin go up around that time? And I might have missed it. It is what it is.
Come on the show, dispel that rumor.
Dude, If I'm Phil, I am not coming on the on a show where Boogie's spreading a rumor that I'm getting a divorced.
I'm shooting the rumor down. I don't think it's the case.
But why do you guys keep talking shit about the guy?
That's not talking shit. I'm telling you the situation. This is how they see it, Phil. And I want to.
This is literally anti-Kino Casino. This is anti-Kino Casino. This is a really lazy way of trying to glaze DSP and try to make him feel comfortable and try to stack the cards, so to speak, to be like, hey man, you should just come up here and address this shit. We'll give you guys an open platform and whatnot, an open well, I was right, open platform, if you will, open stage to go ahead and do so, which is far larger than DSP stage. To go ahead and talk this through, man. And then we'll talk through a bunch of other stuff. We'll hash some shit out, and then we'll get to some fun shit. It's clear what they're trying to do. And it's very clear, by the way, all three of them are talking, that all this is coordinated. Like, they kind of spoke about this in advance and whatnot. Have you ever seen a liar or ever heard a liar try to tell you the truth? It don't sound right. It sounds like they almost like pre-planned it all. That's what this is. That's what this is.
Shut those fuckers down with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Sure.
how far are we close to the thumbnail?
We're gonna do it right
Of what-
now.
The message, like, all right, I want you, pause for a second on talk right here. Phil does a show. He does 2 shows a day, usually one around 11 to like 1, and then there's another one at like 6 to 9 or some shit like that. I want you to look at what time he responded to me. This is Eastern Standard.
To be fair, that's 1 a.m. his time. That's 1 a.m. his time. All right, so
Okay.
so let me preference this. I haven't showed the audience this yet, but I did.
Wait, are they gonna show the DM? Or just Wings don't know time zones, which is fine, but like, are they gonna show the DM at the very least, or what's going on?
Tell Wings and Boogie to reach out to DSP for me and see if you want to come on this upcoming week. And so Wings goes, "Hey, big homie, sorry I haven't got back to you. I was going through a depression period in my life. I'm also sorry you have to deal with my haters.
It's starting to sound like Ethan Ralph and shit. He's got the drunk slur and everything.
I wish nothing but the worst upon them."
You literally something Ethan Ralph would say. Holy shit. Rage pig.
You think they'd eventually get tired of it?
Oh, because your trolls got tired of it, right, Wings? Right, Wings? Right.
DSP responds, "So you finally respond."
It's your ex-girlfriend. Holy shit. Now you finally respond. Now you decide to acknowledge me. Finally, senpai. Holy shit.
Now that you rejoin LOLCOW Live and you are desperate for content and Boogie sends me a formal invite to the show? Question mark. Keem has my Discord and here. If he wants to talk about an appearance, he can talk to me man to man, not send his employees, laughing out loud.
You mean the same employees that you're going to have to make nice with when you eventually go up there? Jesus Christ, we're just giving them more ammo.
I'll also respond the same to Boogie.
Which is what he did. He's called me an employee, which is fine. I get it. You'd rather talk to the man, the myth, the legend. But DSP, you said you didn't come on the show because you'd never been formally invited. So I said, this is your official invite to the show next week. Then he actually responded positively at first. He said, what days and times do you stream and what do you want to do on the show? And then I told him the times. And he's like, no offense, but Keem has my Discord. I don't talk to employees. Fuck you, man. That hurts my feelings.
I mean, it's like,
Wait, you said it was fine just a minute ago, but now it hurts your feelings? The fuck?
Boogie, you know how like you have like millions of subscribers, you've been a YouTuber for like 15 fucking years and you're known by millions. Wings, you know.
But yeah, but he don't have really shit to show for it. We're selling off magic cards and Pokemon cards and shit. We've got our fucking in-house hooker. Oh shit. We got our Had to I had to catch myself on that one. Ooh, boy, we had to catch ourselves on that one. He's got his in-house. Oh shit, we gotta catch ourselves on that one. He's got his in-house play thing there and whatever. He's sitting there fucking lying about cancer. He's trying to push some fucking Bitcoin type fucking knockoff bullshit. Whatever. Having a few million subs don't really mean shit. Being around for 15 years really don't mean shit. Hashtag just saying. Hashtag feels bad, man. Holy shit. Oh man, should turn hoes into housewives. I mean, rip. Whatever. I can't go back now. It is what it is.
But you've been a YouTuber for fucking 15 years and you're known by millions and millions of people. Doesn't matter. You're just my ants. You're just my little employees. It's like, what the fuck? Bro, it's like...
To be fair, he was trying to reach out and make content with me in the last 5 months.
Yeah, he tried to bleed your ass. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he did. He tried to bleed your ass. He tried to hit you when you were at your most vulnerable. If that's not what a predator is, I don't know what is, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And like I didn't ignore him on any real purpose. I did a lot of gig work, and when I wasn't gig working, I was streaming, and then I was just sleeping any other time.
So you were ignoring him. So you were ignoring him. That's all you gotta say. Be like, yo, I had better things to do with my time. In the story.
I saw this and I couldn't stop.
Obviously that's not true, but let's go ahead and play let's just go ahead and let Wings play his cards out.
I'm fucking laughing this morning. So I did reach out to DSP on Discord and I said, Wings just showed me what you wrote him. We are going to cover that today. We're going to have to criticize you for that, Phil, but all love. Look forward to your response, and let's try to get you on this week if you can.
Another thing too, I've been wanting to point this out. I feel like I did point this out in my initial LOLCOW live video like a year or two ago, whenever this whole thing started. But I also want you guys to just take in this perspective. That LOLCOW live is really just a knockoff version of the kill stream. To be honest with you, like back when the kill stream had Ralph, Gator, and Zidane, it's just a knockoff of that. And Keem was over there at the time, because remember, Keem had gone in on there. He went on there a few times, but his most infamous and maybe even most famous appearance was when they brought down the Boulder King, Monday Matt, over the false flagging bullshit. So Keem had an idea of how that structure could work and what kind of chaos could have came out of it. Now, obviously, it's not nearly as good as the kill stream was back in those days, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was one of the many elements that Keem is trying to capture, if you will.
Yeah. I was trying to be gentle.
Even though Boogie and Wings can't debate for shit, and Keem really can't himself, not anymore. He's not sharp enough.
So with it too, Boogie.
I mean, unless he sobers himself up, but then he's just gonna get irritated, and then it's just gonna eventually he's just gonna want to tap out. So it is what it is on that.
He went straight to the formal invite. I was gonna have a conversation with him. I figured it'd take him a week to want to schedule to get on, so I had a couple days I could talk him up. Nah, that motherfucker shut me right the fuck down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had no interest in having a private conversation with them about what's going on. What do we have in common? I'm still with my girl. I enjoy Donkey.
And she's literally a girl. That's a truer statement hasn't been made on that one. Jesus Christ.
Kong Bonanza. What do we have in common? I did go through a divorce, so maybe.
I mean, you got something in common. He's a washed up Street Fighter. You're a washed up Magic the Gathering champion.
That's true.
You're a washed up Call of Duty. Well, I want to say FPS shooter in general, but you're a washed up Call of Duty fucking YouTuber. So yeah, you guys kind of all fit
The next thing I want to talk about is Scooter and Lacey. God.
Yeah, I'm not going to subject you to that bullshit. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. Oh shit, we still got a ways to go, but I'm not going to subject you to that bullshit.
No, I've never tried to fuck a cow. The question was, if you had to have sex with an animal that wasn't a human, which animal would it be?
None. Like, just none. That's not even an option. The fuck? Alright, whatever. This is the same guy who said the age of consent should be dropped. So, make of that what you will.
And my answer was cow, because the thought process is they're a 1,500-pound animal, and they're pretty non-confrontational most of the time.
What the fuck did this sick little monkey say? Hold up. That's the what the fuck? Damn, Wings. You're like those cats back in the old countries to fuck sheep? Like, what the fuck?
The thought process is they're a 1,500-pound animal, and they're pretty non-confrontational most of the time.
You know a cow can kick you though, right? You know that's a thing, right? Okay. Jesus Christ.
Did y'all see that the DSP early bird stuff? I had to get filled in by Duty. Like, Duty streams personally filled me in.
Yet again, another LOLCOW that Duty's is in direct contact with.
Because I watch early bird, like, in her content. It was wild that Phil was trying to slide into them DMs. Like, I don't even think she's ever put a picture of herself out there. It's like, I wonder why he's trying to slide into her DMs out knowing what she looks like. Like, it makes you wonder, is like, is something wrong with Kat?
Actually, that poses an interesting question. Did DSP know what Kat looked like before he slid into her DMs? Did he know what Panda looked like before he slid into her DMs? But see, Wings don't know shit about shit, so of course he's not asking those type of questions.
Gotta be.
The docket team could delete it. See you Monday.
I got good news though. Next Sunday, I'm probably gonna be high as fuck in here because I'm gonna have the wall painted Friday of this week.
Okay, so this should be this is either September 1st or the 2nd. Like I said, we're working through 3 days here, so give me a little bit of slack. A little bit of slack.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit. Yo,
Yeah.
we
So, like-
have to figure out. You know what we can do tomorrow? Let's think of our plan for tomorrow. What are we doing with the pillows?
I'm keeping 5 of them. I'm putting them on my guest bed, and then I'm gonna take a lot of them and probably get.
The guest bed, isn't that where your sister was staying, Wings? Oh, that's right. That's until she started bringing all those unfamiliar men into the house, and she was getting dicked down and shit. While she's still married to her husband, and they're supposed to be trying to work shit out. You know what? Don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all don't even need to worry about that. You don't even need to worry about all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need to worry about all that. Just know that apparently in the Jordan household and whatnot, get it how you get it. And apparently his sister was getting it.
Him to the children's home.
Well,
So her estranged husband is gonna have a lot to look forward to once he get himself back down in that box and whatnot. And he had a couple guys that sat there and broke her in proper. So that's a thing. Jesus Christ.
fuck. Now we can't destroy him for content if the kids are getting
Wow.
They're saying Review Tech USA. Oh yeah, someone did send me something. Bear with me 2 seconds. We do have a video to react to.
Me, all jokes aside, because I've been eating healthier.
Richard.
Oh,
I'm gonna eventually go over that. Like, I can't remember if it's Ozzy Cobb's big ups or if it's Huggy, Hollywood Huggy, but they don't go by that anymore. They go by Huggy Show now, I think is what they go by. They got like a compilation. They got like a bunch of different clips of Review Tech USA taking shots at LOLCOW Live. I'll probably do a separate video on that though. It's gonna be a long one though, because Jesus Christ. Review Tech took a shitload of shots for a bunch of different shit that in the end, it was all his own fault. It was all his own fault. Oh man, but that'll be fun though. That'll be fun.
God, it's 26 minutes long. We'll do that tomorrow.
26.
Yeah, it's 26 minutes long. We'll do that tomorrow. RTU is involved in some drama or some shit.
Is it
Good.
with 8-Bit Eric again?
I can't. Somebody got access to his fucking hacking shit. I don't know. Dropbox or some shit. I don't know.
Oh God, yeah. The last time that did not work out.
He
well
needs
for
to
him.
delete his fucking Dropbox.
Yeah, why do you still have a Dropbox in 2025? What are you doing?
Google Drive, bud. Google Drive.
Dude, tomorrow we will react to RTU. Guys, that's it for the show.
See ya.
See you guys.
Oh, just in case you guys didn't know, did you know there's like an auction site that that I guess you can live stream to, and you can like auction off your wares and shit, like whatever you want, I guess, I suppose. And Boogie's over there, and he like auctions off all his cards, and you get to see different shit. You know, he shows you what the cards are, their rarities, and all that nonsense, and he does all that shit live. I didn't even know something like that even fucking existed. Jesus Christ. But apparently it's something that people use. I guess I'm not sure if it's directly marketed to hobbyists or not, but he's over there, so, and he's auctioning off, you know, cards, card sets, so on and so forth. It's an interesting thing. Can't remember who put me onto that, but I thought it was pretty wild that he was actually doing that shit.
Who is?
Which is weird to me, because if that LOLCOW paycheck ain't hitting, then what? I mean, Jesus Christ, Boogie must be in a mountain full of fucking debt. That shit must be scary.
Live. Is there anyone else live? Any other shows live? Who do I send this redirect to? So there's no other shows live.
Now keep in mind, this idiot runs a fucking network, right? Where all these shows are literally on a schedule and shit. That's how I was able to track down exactly where Yo Mama's dumbass is at over there on any given time and shit. They literally have an active schedule on their website, not even just on the Twitter and whatever, but on their website. They have an active schedule that goes on there. It's changed in real time if any changes need to be made. How the fuck did he not know that there was nobody live at this particular time? Think about that.
Is there any show scheduled to be live? Does anyone know? Last day of the month. No one's scheduled to go live.
Tactical Planet super chatted $20.
Okay, so we're still on the third. Okay, so we're still on August 31st.
Blade and Tina would
Because I was about to call fucking Keem out for wearing the same damn shirt. And then I was like, that's probably still the same day.
make a good show.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That would be funny. Is there literally nobody send this redirect to? Are we serious right now? I'm just going to end it. Guys, who the fuck is live? Is there any other YouTube streamer that's friends of the show that's live?
Keep in mind, we spent the majority of the show, well, a portion of the show, glazing fucking Dark Side Phil. You can't tell me he didn't know. I'm telling you, he did this on purpose. I almost guarantee he did shit on purpose.
I gotta send you somewhere. And sorry today for the low energy. It just is what it is. I'll be ready to go tomorrow. Live. Oh,
Support?
I can redirect you to Phil. Phil's live right now with 600 viewers.
When was the last time any of you knew DSP has 600 viewers that wasn't drama?
Redirect.
Wait, just out of curiosity, because there are plenty of the detractors who do that. They'll go ahead and redirect each other when one's coming off one stream to another. But don't you need to be following them to do so? Or isn't there like don't you have to put people like on a particular list, like on your own channel? Like for me, it would be like I don't know, Proper, James the Lesser, Sunspot Gallery, you know, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whoever. Like, don't you have to be following that channel, and then you put them on a list and whatnot for that redirect, or did they change that shit since then? I'm not sure. Now I should look into that, because now I'm kind of interested in how that actually works out now. But I swore, though, I thought you needed to be following the channel to do so. And then wouldn't they have to accept the redirect? I don't know. Never mind. Don't hold me to any of that.
Raw Phil. All right, I am sending you guys to DSP. Goodbye.
No, I've never tried to fuck a cow. The question was, if you had to have sex with an animal that wasn't a human, which animal would it be? And my answer was cow, because the thought process is they're a 1,500-pound animal, and they're pretty non-confrontational most of the time. Did y'all see that the DSP early bird stuff? I had to get filled in by Duty. Like, Duty Streams personally filled me in, because I watch early bird, like, in her content. It was wild that Phil was trying to slide into them DMs. Like, I don't even think she's ever put a picture of herself out there. It's like, I wonder why he's trying to slide into her DMs out knowing what she looks like. Like, it makes you wonder, is like, is something wrong with Cat? Gotta be
Group hug. Come on, yeah.
Okay, so we should be at September 1st at this point. Oh, shit. Sorry, I need you guys to hear it again. That's the reason why I put it there.
There we go. All right. Listen, DSP, we really want to get him on this week. We ran into a little bit of a bump in the road because Wings and Boogie both reached out to DSP.
Delivery. What did you want? It's a fucking delivery.
Why don't you go walk your motherfucking dog?
That fucking dog.
You walk the fucking dog. Go walk the goddamn dog.
You want me to walk him right now? You want me to walk him right now?
What the fuck you ain't walked that dog since that dog was born?
Motherfucker, I walk him.
You can turn on any other fucking show in the LCU and there is no fucking loud ass motherfucking barking dogs.
Loud ass motherfucking barking dog. Loud ass motherfucking barking dog. No other show on the network that has bark, 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 bark. Leo's barking. Sammy's barking. Someone's at the door.
Too bad about Keem and his dog, though. Just in case you guys don't know, apparently the dog got out of the house, ran into traffic. There's nothing funny about it, and actually, I do actually feel bad for Keem for losing that dog. Yikes. And which is weird too, actually, kind of, sort of, because he has so much goddamn property, meaning Keem. He has so much property for that dog to be able to run around in, and the first chance it gets, it bolts for the street. Yikes. Anyway. Like I said, sorry to Keem for his loss on that.
Okay. All right.
As a cute pup in a sharp suit, I felt the need to go ahead and give my condolences and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, now I'm happy. And I'm in a good mood again. Thank God.
All right. DSP, we want him on this week. I tell Boogie and Wings, hit up Phil, see if he can make it on this week, right? Phil responds to Jordy saying, "Oh, you ignored me the entire time you weren't on the LCU, and now you're hitting me up now that you're back on the LCU. If you want me on the LOLCOW Live, have Keemstar hit me up directly. He has contact with me. Don't have his employees reach out to me." And we were just dumbfounded by that fucking response. So I reached out to him directly, and we went over it yesterday on yesterday's show, if you didn't see it. And at the end of the show, I went to go redirect to Phil. Now, I'm going to be honest. I know Phil has multiple channels. I don't know which ones they are. And so when I went to go set up a redirect to send it to Phil, a channel popped up called Raw Phil. And I sent 3,000 people there thinking I was sending them to Phil. It wasn't Phil's channel.
So Phantom did a $10 super chat. He says, Keem was trying to, are you kidding? Keem was trying to redirect his LOLCOW live stream to your stream, and he sent it to a restreamer instead.
Some fucking guy called Raw Phil was restreaming Phil's stream. I didn't know people did this shit. Why doesn't Phil flag their ass?
I want you to take this in. So this is the same Keemstar that, excuse me, during the situation back in the day with the skeptics and shit and whatnot, that all that false flagging, all that gay opping, and all that other internet blood sport shit was going on or whatever. And he was like, yo, I don't advocate for this. This isn't cool. We should be able to talk out our problems, yada, 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 yada. And now he's sitting there saying you should be flagging down channels. And that's the reason why no one will push back on me about, oh, well, he definitely had duty taken down. Or he had him demonetized. Because he did. He clearly did it, and he did it on purpose. He wanted to make an example out of duty, so he did. And now he's calling for channels to get flagged. Makes sense. He got away with it with duty, so if he decides to go ahead and see if he can get this channel taken down, would that work? Hey, Phil, you know, I went ahead and got taken Raw Phil's out of commission for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should, you know, maybe you should show your appreciation, if you will, and ingratiate our offer. And DSP's talking about suing and all this other silly shit. Hey, man, for Keem, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I can't prove it, but that's the way I'm looking at it.
Because if you do it, they go and flag his channel and he loses his ability to stream for 2 weeks.
If not longer.
Bro, if they do that to me, I'm on the phone with YouTube and I'm like, look what they're doing.
But Phil don't have that ability. He don't have just on the phone with YouTube. Like, you have to go through all the channels, go through the text chat, do the emails, wait in the queue.
Not necessarily, though, because DSP could just go right through Keem. Let's bring this part back.
We went over it yesterday on yesterday's show, if you didn't see it. And at the end of the show, I went to go redirect to Phil. Now, I'm going to be honest. I know Phil has multiple channels. I don't know which ones they are. And so when I went to go set up a redirect to send it to Phil, a channel popped up called Raw Phil. And I sent 3,000 people there thinking I was sending them to Phil. It wasn't Phil's channel.
So Phantom did a $10 super chat. He says, Keem was trying to, are you kidding? Keem was trying to redirect his LOLCOW live stream to your stream, and he sent it to a restreamer instead.
See, DSP will sit there and weaponize this shit and be like, oh, well, look at what happened with Button Check. When, you know, he said he couldn't find my channel, so he had to go to detractor content. You see where all this supposed DSP is trying to build up evidence or whatever. This is how he thinks he's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? How are people going to give me a chance to watch my content when all of these other people are doing all this bullshit? That's what he thinks he's going to do, I should say. It's not going to work like that, but that's what he thinks.
Some fucking guy called Raw Phil was restreaming Phil's stream. I didn't know people did this shit. Why doesn't Phil flag their ass?
And how does he not know this shit when he's cool with not only larger content creators on YouTube, but on Twitch as well? And he has connections with people over there on Kick. And people do fucking restream other people on other platforms all the time. He knows that. He's aware of that shit. He just didn't know, I'm assuming, he just didn't know that DSP has that. But, excuse me, why wouldn't he have assumed that when people used to do that shit to Wings? People used to do that shit to Wings when Wings was on Twitch. And they were on Twitch. And they would do, excuse me, and they would sit there and do, they would restream his shit. Just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. That's what crazy.
Because if you do it, they go and flag his channel and he loses his ability to stream for 2 weeks.
Bro, if they do that to me, I'm on the phone with YouTube and I'm like, look what they're doing.
But no one said anything about doing that to you. They said DSP.
Phil don't have that ability. He don't have just on the phone with YouTube. Like, you have to go through all the channels, go through the text chat, do the emails, wait in the queue, and then get nowhere.
That's crazy. Okay, look, to the Phil detractors, y'all can't do that. Y'all are breaking so many fucking
Now this is why I want to do the duty fucking Keemstar debate, which I will. And I'll definitely do the lead up to the shit. But this right here, like, if you listen to what he's saying here, this is the same shit that he told Duty. This is literally the same shit he told Duty. Except for it wasn't about restreaming at the time. It was the whole thing about clipping and editing and whatever. So, this is only going to further my own personal ambitions, if you will. They're not really ambitions. It's just something that I'm interested in, and I couldn't get you can't get a straight answer out of Duty for shit. So, we'll figure it out one way or another. But I honestly think that Duty stepped out of line. Keem got mad. Keem got his ass demonetized for a bit. That's literally it's pretty much as point and shoot as that. To be honest with you, that's what happened.
But I'm like, look what they're doing.
But Phil don't have that ability. He don't have just on the phone with YouTube. Like, you have to go through all the channels, go through the text chat, do the emails, wait in the queue, and then get nowhere.
That's crazy. Okay, look, to the Phil detractors, y'all can't do that. Y'all are breaking so many fucking rules. How can you criticize Phil of, oh, he did this wrong, he did that wrong? How can you say bad Phil when you guys are fucking clearly being bad? Like, that is like so fucked up. Can't hear you because the loud ass motherfucking barking dogs. You went on mute, buddy.
That's why they criticize Phil overly, because they are pieces of shit themselves. So they got to make themselves feel better by attacking some other motherfucker.
Now, are you guys telling Duty that, being that Duty's in direct contact with y'all? Are you guys saying that shit to his face? Something tells me that you're not. Something tells me that that's not a thing. So, you know, just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. And then when Keem was starting all this shit up in the beginning a year or two ago and whatnot, and you guys were hoping to use DSP detractors to help push the show or whatever, they weren't pieces of shit then, were they? You know, they weren't assholes and fucking scumbags back then, were they? I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, no, that ain't right. I don't like that. I can't believe that's even a thing. If someone did that to me, bro, you're going to hear from my lawyers, dude. Since
we're speaking on Phil, I want to say something. I need to correct something that I said yesterday.
Oh, are you? Oh, I wonder what this is about.
That Phil was in some girl's DMs. Apparently, Duty Streams made that up to get under Phil's skin. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
I just want to be clear about this, clear the air.
Also, your wife is beautiful.
Shut that shit up. She's fat. Let's bring this part back, though.
So they got to make themselves feel better by attacking some other motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that ain't right. I don't like that. I can't believe that's even a thing. If someone did that to me, bro, you're going to hear from my lawyers, dude.
Since we're speaking on Phil, I want to say something. I need to correct something that I said yesterday. That Phil was in some girl's DMs. Apparently, Duty Streams made that up to get under Phil's skin. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
I just want to be clear about this, clear the air.
Damn, Duty, he ain't got fucking Wink calling you a liar on his show like that? Jesus. Wild, son. Wild.
Also, your wife is beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Phil on the show. These two fucking started a rumor yesterday that he's cheating on his wife. He's in girls' DMs. And then he said that his...
Well, I mean, if they're getting all that from Duty, then it is what it is on that. If. I mean, Wings has already confirmed one part. We don't know about the other one.
wife was ugly. I'm like, what are you doing?
I said she was fat.
She is fat.
You know.
Bro,
So,
what?
if you go to our Discord, Keem, I want to bring up something here. And this ain't got nothing to do with Phil's wife, but it uses Phil's wife as an example. They're trying to say Phil's wife is not fat by using a picture of my wife from like 2018 when she was like 250 pounds.
Okay,
That's definitely heavier than 200 pounds. Or 250 pounds. For sure. Holy fuck.
let me just say this. All right.
At least Kelly's hair isn't thinning. You always have that.
I hope this doesn't come across disrespectful, but Phil, your wife is beautiful.
Super chatted $20. Boogie.
I'm going to tell him that when he doesn't even believe that. DSP doesn't believe that shit. Look at how long he let fucking Kino Casino fucking rag on that chick. So that's supposed to give you guys any more clout or leverage by you guys saying it? Wow. That's pathetic.
I got my Sammy t-shirt. Looks great.
Why
yeah.
the fuck are you buying that t-shirt? Get a LOLCOW Illuminati shirt. All right, this is Phil's response.
How do you not know DSP Gaming? How do you how do you not understand DSP Gaming is kind of a hard channel to fuse? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And then Adam did a $5 super chat. He says, "This is the right stream. Keem sent us to the wrong one. Unbelievable." And then Danny did a $20 super chat. He says, "What up? Keem directed us to a restreamer on accident. I sent $20 to the wrong person, L Keem, but I hope that you see you on LOLCOW live soon."
Yeah, so
Didn't somebody send Raw Phil like $100 too, I thought? Can't remember, but it was pretty funny. And then they ended up sending it back to, then they send another 100, sorry, to DSP later on, if I remember correctly. could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that happened. It's pretty hilarious.
So, I mean, that's pretty much how that went.
How much money did the restreamer get from LOLCOW Live just now?
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
Dude, our fans are like, you know what? Fuck LOLCOW Live. Let me give it to the Phil restreamer.
Dog, that's so fucked up that you just gave this man money for like just shitting on Phil and stealing his content.
Okay, first of all, can I say fuck Cafe, fuck Test, fuck Nuts, fuck every single show in the network, because the main show went live and no show was live to redirect to. So that's why I redirected it to Phil, or at least I thought I was redirecting to Phil. If any one of our shows would have been live, I would have sent you 3,000 viewers.
Now, Keem, I have a question. Which do you think hurts our chances of getting him on the stream more? Do you think it would be me acknowledging that his wife might be fat, or you sending 3,000 viewers to one of his detractors?
Okay.
Which do you think?
Well, listen. All right. He's not going to be mad at me because our viewers are smarter than me and they realized that wasn't Phil's channel and they went to his channel and donated to him. But he did have a lot to say. Spooky Wife always gifts us one every single time we go live. We love you, Spooky Wife. And it's very clear that you are employed. Enjoy Labor Day.
And since then, we've basically laid off each other, right? Like,
I can't see the
I don't
stream
talk
feed.
about him. He doesn't talk about me. We stay away from each other, which is fine. You know, we left the door open that maybe in the future there would be something that we work together for something, but we don't know what, right? A lot of people had said, well, why didn't you ever go on his show, LOLCOW Live? And I said, because I was never invited. Like, literally, I was never asked to ever be on the show. You know, I was assuming that they probably felt that me being on there wasn't very interesting. That if they wanted to do something, it would be something bigger than that. I don't know. But as you know, I told you guys, I'm never going to work for Keemstar or anything like that. I've outright said it over the years. I'm not interested in working for the guy or anything like that. You know, but I, always let the door open if anything would happen and just never, nothing.
Yeah, the door is open, basically. I mean, this is a long 7-minute video, but he said the door is open and then he is open to coming on, but he wants to come on and have fun. We can't get into any of the drama. So it's like, I gotta somehow, Phil, we gotta find the middle ground where we can tackle some of the drama topics. I know you're staying away from drama right now, but we have to have something that's going to go viral, right? We can't just hang out and have a good time.
And that's telling. I want you to think about that shit. That's telling. He's like, hey, we don't give a fuck about hanging out with you because you're really not a good person or an interesting person or someone whose views I really give a fuck about hearing. We just want to talk about the drama. Like, he was blatant about it. Like, you gotta, like, I kind of have to respect that. And the fact that he's like, you don't have any real worth to us besides the drama. Because that's the only thing that's going to bring the overall DSP detractor community in here and give us the views. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really have any other worth than that. I mean, Keem basically said it. Here, I'll bring it back.
To find the middle ground where we can tackle some of the drama topics. I know you're staying away from drama right now, but we have to have something that's going to go viral, right? We can't just hang out and have a good time because then it's going to be boring. We got to have some element of Punkasaurus. Thank you for the one gifted. We need something, Phil. We gotta talk about this behind the scenes, Phil, because we gotta tackle at least one controversy that you have or something. Or maybe you tackle our controversies, accuse us of shit.
Speaking of
no, because the pendulum's gonna have to swing back around his way. And then one controversy? Which one, Keem? Which one? There are mountains upon mountains, years upon years of shit. You can't just tackle one. If you're talking about using one of his lesser controversies as, it's literally Grill Phil. That's literally what this is. They're going to tackle the comfortable stuff that DSP may not mind talking about, and then gradually, continue to move upwards. It was no different than what PPP did. And they saw how far PPP was able to take it. So same concept, same depth and style. Ain't fooling nobody with this shit.
Phil's crown. I invested in the crown of my own to wear the next time we get a crown, but I will only put it on when we get that crown.
Wow, that's pretty meta. Stealing one of DSP's gimmicks. That's pretty funny.
I also would like to add this on the top of what Keemstar said. Phil, remember, obviously the Keno Casino thing didn't work out for you because they ended up turning on you like they do everybody. That's why we tend to keep away from them.
Apparently,
well, no, the reason why you guys keep away from them because none of you guys can compete. That's the thing. PvP will run circles around all y'all, and it's just not worth doing. I get it, but it would be kind of neat to see a DSP or a LOLCOW X fucking Keno Casino crossover, especially if DSP was over there at the time. Which, if I remember correctly, PvP was trying to push for that, and DSP didn't want no parts of it. Yada 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 yada. If I remember the leaks correctly, which is unfortunate because that was just a wasted opportunity. Who knows what could have came out of that?
apparently they talk all kinds of crazy shit about me behind my back. It always comes back to me, and I'm like,
they seem two-faced, right? They do seem two-faced.
I'm like, I don't know what.
I don't believe that. That doesn't even sound right, to be honest with you. Like, they take jabs at everybody. It is what it is. You've actually had like a financial situation with them guys before, Keem. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it was through the Happy Punch. There was some type of deal or arrangement through Happy Punch or whatever. I can't remember what it was that Andy was doing. But there was some type of situation with that, and that they both prospered. So it's not like there's any real legitimate beef. Let's be honest.
What's up with these guys? But whatever. Like, I don't
but you're more intelligent.
And that is funny enough. Why hasn't DSP tried to do that? He tried to weaponize. I'm not sure if that video is even out yet. DSP tried to. I don't think they've done that video yet. There was a time. Actually, no. It was right after DSP did the snakening or whatever. DSP was literally getting mad that It's a Gundam was going up there on Kino Casino to talk about the leaks and talking about some other shit. And DSP was trying to be like, they were talking shit about you in DMs. Why would you go up there and talk to them? So if that's really the case, where these supposed guys are talking shit about you behind your back, team, why hasn't DSP come to you with that? Or does DSP not know because Kino Casino never talked to him about it? Because it more than likely didn't happen. Something to think about. But I am working on that. Because I need the It's a Gundam responses to it. And it'll probably have to be a two-parter now that I think about it. So that'll be fun.
You learned, you have experience. Why not come on here and maybe you have a second, little windfall?
Yeah. Because I'll be honest with you, I have no ill will with Phil. I might make a joke about Cat from time to time, but I actually genuinely like Phil. And I think Jordy does.
No one genuinely likes Phil. No one genuinely likes Phil. Because what Boogie's saying right here, fucking Review Tech USA said that shit years ago. He said that a bunch of years ago. And look at where it got his ass.
Does too, and I think Keem does too.
Well, I settled my difference. Me and him got into an argument, and we settled our differences. I went on a show, we did a little fun interview, and it was like positive
and boring, apparently.
And I don't have beef with Phil.
No, is he a little arrogant sometimes? Sure. Is he a little demanding sometimes? Sure. Aren't we all? I don't have no problem with any of his negative the stuff people criticize him for. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
All right, we got to get into this next thing, and it's basically RTU. Do you guys know about this?
I do not.
No. I've been waiting to find out.
So there's this guy named Ames, and he seems to be like an RTU troll.
Did I keep this in here? Oh shit, because I do want to go over that too. That's like 30, 40 minutes of Ames just basically, no pun intended, he was literally just digging in Review Tech USA's ass. And good God, for fucking Review Tech to get bodied like that on his own fucking platform like that was fucking brutal. Jesus Christ. That shit was tough. And that in the fucking Ames brought up that there was another guy in fucking RTU server that was sending gay porn to him and shit. Like that was like a regular thing that was going on, and all kinds of weird shit. All kinds of weird shit. Like fucking A, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go over that. We're gonna get a good laugh out of that one. A good laugh out of that one. And then he called him out for lying about the fucking Dropbox good and whatnot. Because I ain't seen too many people try to sweep up for that bullshit. He called him out for a few things, actually. He called him out for fucking not going to see his daughter and on that silly ass shit. Actually, I think I got a video in the works on that too, where Keemstar calls him out over not seeing his daughter, calls him out for the jerk off video that fucking Review Tech was passing around and shit. And then that led to Tipster calling his ass out. And there hasn't been any further progression in this yet, but Review Tech sent that video to more than one person, or more than one female, I should say. So then that right there leads into a whole nother cornucopia. And Tipster knows something, and he ain't saying it, but he knows that there's at least a few women who may have seen that shit or had it sent to him. So that opens up a whole new cans of worms. Fun stuff to be had with that bullshit. Holy shit. It's just stuff I just didn't get a chance to tackle at the time. But, you know, always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh, yes.
So this is Ames. This is his channel. And it's there. He's like, the casino hates RTU, so he's using them.
Friends super chatted $20. I knew Keno Casino were snakes from their disingenuous coverage of Dick Masterson, and nothing else I've seen has done anything to help that opinion.
They seem to be like, if I were to say who is Keno Casino, if I had to describe them to someone, I would say that they're like trying to like be Red Band. Or not, Red Band? Am I saying the Red Bar? Excuse me, Red Bar. Jesus.
Red Pill.
I love Red Bar. No, Red Bar.
No, he was right the first time. It's Red Bar. I'm surprised these guys don't know who that dude is. And he has a super fucking interesting story in himself too. Okay, so I'll be brief. All right, so Red Bar had a connection with this comic book artist back in the day. He's the one who's Josh actually interviewed him last year, I think. And he was talking about Comic-Gate. He ain't called Eric July a bunch of shit, yada 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 yada. Black man successful, bad. Anyway, but that dude is linked to, I don't think he's part of Comicsgate, but he's on good terms with Ethan. But he's part of he's on Antarctic Press, I think, and whatnot. And like I say, you don't like Eric July for various reasons, whatever. And but that dude, but that guy there used to be cool with the host of Red Bar. And then the guy got drunk, the comic book artist or whatever, he got drunk, he spewed out a bunch of shit about dude's heritage or whatever, and then it all got tanked. He talked to Josh about it actually on his stream. So you may see that part be finagled into my Comicsgate coverage once I get there with that. Because that's just holy fuck. It's just so much there. But I enjoy doing it though. It's a nice little side project I've been working on.
All right. Do you guys not know Red Bar?
Slammer super
I don't know what Red Bar is now.
$19.99. Oh, I thought I was at the Fat Girl Strip Club. Tears of joy.
So Red
Jesus
Bar,
Christ, look at
I
that.
think he streams like on his own website. All right. And he is hilarious. I love Red Bar. I haven't had a chance to watch him recently, so I haven't seen shit in a while just because I'm so busy.
Max this thing super chatted $19.99. El Mao, I thought the guy was EDP 445 LMAOOO.
But
I'm lost.
Red Bar has 0 friends, okay? And Red Bar just shits on all the podcasters. He gets clips of all different podcasters all around the internet, our show, the H3H3, you name it, and he just shits on everyone equally. And I feel like the casino guys are just like mimicking that, right?
Yeah.
Because I've tried to talk to them behind the scenes, and I thought we were cool, and then next thing you know, they're just shitting all over. I don't know. Whatever. Do your thing.
One thing.
Whatever
it's one
works
thing
for
to,
you.
like. It's one thing to shit on somebody when you're live. It's another thing to shit on them behind their back, right? Like there ain't nobody watching. You ain't making money off that. You're just being an asshole.
Yeah, it got back to me that they're saying all kinds of crazy shit behind my back.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, dude, whatever. That's fine.
Ain't making no money off that.
There ain't no money in this. I mean, let's be honest, there ain't no loyalty in this LOLCOW shit, let alone there's any loyalty in the sector. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? There's no loyalty in this bullshit. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the whatever particular shit talk, like anything that cuts deep, I haven't heard it. I mean, is it out there? It could be, but I haven't heard it. And if not, I mean, Keem has a pretty good idea of what people say about him, like at large. And trust me, there's some people who say some absolutely heinous fucking shit. And if there's I thought this was my own personal theory, but apparently this was something that's been going around for a minute, or at least people suspect it. If it's Keem and his baby's moms and whatnot, and an aspect of their relationship that, if true, he probably wouldn't want to get out and whatnot. And I don't know. Keem don't come across like the type of dude to hit a chick, but you really don't know. You don't have a clue. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, whatever and whatnot. But like I said, people suspect. No one's accused him of anything, nor am I. But people suspect it. You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
That ain't content. That's just being a dick.
But that's a long ass time ago too. So it is what it is. If that even happened, that was a long ass time ago that people suspected that bullshit. And all those guys hate the fuck out of Keem. So it is what it is.
I don't care. I really don't care. Okay.
What's the fat one's name again?
You're all fat. Who are you to call someone the fat one? All right. It's funny though.
PPP.
Like, he is dragging Worski into success. Like, actually dragging him.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Worski is like PPP.
Well, see, I don't know if I could say it. I mean, yeah, obviously PPP is the draw, and Andy, more often than not, is basically, you know what I'm saying, he's the OBS monkey, if you will. He has some points. But let's be honest, Andy has been, you know what I'm saying, like, they call him the retarded Phoenix for a reason, or the stuttering Phoenix is what I like to call him. Retarded. I like calling him the stuttering Phoenix, because he has bounced back in a bunch of different ways and shit. Like, people forget, this dude had a fucking successful gaming channel before he let Ian Miles Chong into his fucking orbit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Worski Live, before shit got really stupid, was like in the early days, and even during its run during Bloodsports, was super fucking popular, successful and shit. Like, Andy was making stupid money during that shit. Like, not only that, but he was helping other people like Ralph make crazy money too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people forget that, you know, Andy's been around for a really, really long time. He hit his stride during the whole skeptic war and then obviously internet Bloodsports. But he had been around doing a lot of content in a lot of different ways for a really long ass time. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't think Andy's as sharp now as he was back in like 2017 or 16 or 17. And I guess you could blame that on the cocaine and all the other shit. But you know what I'm saying? The dude's a survivor for sure. He's a survivor. And he can thrive on his own. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I can really say, I mean, yeah, you know, like PPP is definitely playing his part. I don't know if I'd say he's dragging him though, per se. He's definitely carrying Andy to an extent. I don't know if I say he's dragging him to success. I don't know if I fully am on board with that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Andy has his strengths too. I'll just say that.
Talked to him behind the scenes, and I thought we were cool, and then next thing you know, they're just shitting all over. I don't know. Whatever. Do your thing.
One thing.
Whatever
one
works
thing
for you.
like. It's one thing to shit on somebody when you're live. It's another thing to shit on them behind their back, right? Like, there ain't nobody watching. You ain't making money off that. You're just being an asshole.
Yeah, it got back to me that they're saying all kinds of crazy shit behind my back.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, dude, whatever. That's fine.
Ain't making no money off that. That ain't content. That's just being a dick.
I don't care.
It don't matter, because if they propose an idea to Keem that could make Keem money, then Keem gonna play ball. This is business. This is business.
I really don't care. Okay.
What's the fat one's name again?
PPP.
Like, he is dragging Worski into success. like
Yeah,
actually dragging him.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Worski is like PPP's the show, and also Worski's there.
Well,
Yeah, it's like his own laugh track.
Big shout out to Worski. He just got his YouTube channel unbanned. I tried to help him.
Oh yeah, that's a real interesting thing too, because like you seeing a lot of these different channels that got taken down for whatever reason all them years ago. They're starting to slowly but surely come back, and a couple of channels that I'm looking out for is the old Ralph Retort channel or channels. He lost a bunch of them, but his original channel. I'm wondering if that's going to come back. There's a bunch of people during the internet blood sports days who lost their shit on gay ops more often than not. I'm wondering to see if their channels come back. There's a lot of popular content creators during the Call of Duty days and even in the FGC to an extent who lost their channels on some bullshit. I'm waiting to see if those come back. But it's kind of neat. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of neat. That'd be kind of cool to see some of those channels come back. And what will if Ethan does get his original channel back, what's he going to do with it?
I don't know if it was me, but that was like a year ago before it got unbanned. So I don't know if I played a part or not, but he just got his YouTube channel finally.
What did he get a ban for? Do you know?
It was some dumb shit. He got hacked or something. I actually reached out to YouTube at the time. It was when he was boxing Salt Poppy. And then that was the whole thing because they thought that I didn't reach out to YouTube, and then I had to like show them screenshots of like, yes, I did. And that was a whole thing. So they held a grudge at me for a while for that.
I know we're doing the rich stuff right now, but can we give a quick review of Salt Poppy's last fight? That's one of your fighters.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, I was about to say, nah, he fought Ferguson, he got beat. Holy shit, he got beat. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Salt Poppy's, his skill set isn't terrible, but I wouldn't even say it's even terrible. That's probably not very fair. It's not bad. It's very clear, though, he was looking to knock Ferguson out. And he basically set himself up and whatnot. I mean, he gave some good hits. He took some really, really good hits. It is what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was saying Salt Poppy wasn't invincible and shit. So it is what it was. You know what I'm saying? You're going up against an actual trained fighter and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Salt Poppy has heavy hands. They're not that good. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not great. Not to be going up against somebody like that. Even at, you know, with all the damage that Ferguson has taken and all the hits that he's taken and shit like that. There's no way he thought that was a walk in the park. Not at all. So whatever that fucking secondary Jake Paul type fucking thing he was about to get, that ain't happening. Not like that anyway.
I would rather just move on if we could just move on. But let's move on. So there's this troll of RTU. His name's Ames, and his whole Twitter feed is RTU related.
Don't worry, I'll save you. I'll spare you guys that. We can attack that another time. And yeah, like when that Salt Poppy thing is made completely available, and you know, Keyman out here striking nobody over that bullshit. I would like to go over that, get you guys kind of play by play on that shit. But you know, it is what it is. If not, I can always go through a filter. Okay, so there's our situation there. So the Keem accidentally redirecting 3,000 plus people to a detractor channel. Big ups to Raw Film. They talk a little bit about the whole the fucking copyright strike thing. Wings called Duty out for being a liar, so on and so forth. So, you know, it was a nice little mixed bag, if you will. To be honest, DSP calling them employees, but that's what they are. So I don't know why anybody would be offended by that. So fun times to be had. Fun times to be had. Okay, so let's go ahead and so they got a lot of alcoholics over there on fucking in the LCU. So let's do that. Yeah, there we go. I don't promote alcoholism, by the way. Drink responsibly. You know what I'm saying? Heart Snorts Gin and Tonic. You know what I'm saying? Toxic flavor never wavers. Okay, so let me give you guys my final thoughts, and then I will let you guys go. What do you make of that? It's not happening. Not without DSP wanting concessions or guarantees. And truth be told, they'll probably give it to him. But in our current day and age, ladies and gentlemen, Wings is wavering. He sounded like he want to quit. he may very well quit. If he does quit, he'll more than likely go back because the holiday season's coming up. He's going to need the money. His own Wings' own streams are failing, so it's not like he has anything to go back to. But the LCU itself doesn't look very good, and they kind of need to. They need to patch shit up or do whatever they need to do leading into the holiday season. There are rumblings of Becky possibly making an appearance, or they may want Becky to come back, even though she's not exactly in her best headspace at the moment. Keem is getting to this point where he needs all hands on deck, to be honest. So either he's going to have to reshape some shows or he's going to have to cut the fat on it. It is what it is. As for DSP, it could be an opportunity. It's very clear that he's picking beefs or picking fights with people, to try to take advantage of that holiday money. Remember, the Kino Casino stimulus package came in clutch at the end of 2024. So if he could try to emulate that in 2025, it makes a lot of sense, to be honest with you. I don't blame you guys if you hadn't thought about that, but that's a thing. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off. And more importantly, as Keem himself has said, no one's trying to sit there and talk to DSP and shoot the shit on some fucking kumbaya shit. That's just boring. DSP is a LOLCOW. They need controversy. They need drama. That's what sells. DSP already knows that. So if you want a Kino Casino-like paycheck, then that's what's going to need to be done. This, that, and the third. It doesn't get any more. It doesn't get any more clear than that. You know what I'm saying? You're a liar anyway. Go over there and fake that bullshit. Fake your responses. Fake whatever the fuck you need to do. Just go over there and collect the bag. You're getting laughed at already. You might as well go over there and get a decent amount of money to get laughed at. So that's my thoughts. And everything else was pretty much just a bonus. So make of that what you will. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening in. I very much appreciate it. I'll catch you guys for the next one of these, whenever that may be. Hopefully sooner than later. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how desperate DSP gets into the last quarter of the year. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how he does over the next 3 months, and how he's going to finish the year off, because all roads lead to all roads lead to Kino Casino, or not Kino Casino. I mean, I guess he could try to beef with them again, but he's going to lose. All roads lead to the LCU and Twitch. To be honest, those are my two big suggestions, and probably even predictions, to be honest with you. Twitch is definitely a thing, or it should be. He should be, and I'm sure he's considering it. And LCU, if he wants a quick payday. So in 3 months, he could probably make himself a decent amount of money. It's not gonna be, the 50 grand outright like he made on Kino Casino for the 8 months he was over there. But he can make himself a nice chunk of change leading into the beginning of 2026. But whatever. I'll leave that to the mature adult with a business degree, and he'll figure it out whenever he gets there. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Snort Report. This has been DSP News, always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh, yes. A GTG Network and Productions. For Hard Snorts Gin and Tonic, for SnortBucks Coffee Company, the best beverage company, for Tim Snortons, as well as all of our other subsidiaries and affiliates. I am your host / anchor GTG, and I'm signing off. Oh, man. Wild stuff. Take care of yourselves, people. Later.
Word, hey, chopping it with mittens, joking about his name is so fly. Mittens, cause he whipping, don't you get it, but it's so hot, hot. Now let this be a lesson, professor. He handling the hit in his possession. Ooh, what you cooking, scalding hot beats, but blow up before it's cooking.